Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the After Hours. My name is Augie RFC, and you're watching episode 216, the Friday night edition. How we all doing, everyone? Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. What's up, Ball Blacks?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
I was just reading up on a new sexual assault allegation. Well,
we got another one?
Assault allegation, but like pedo stuff. So basically, there's a YouTuber who is in the gaming community called Chaseface. And he's 28, and apparently he has been openly dating. Well, not super openly, but like
I was gonna say.
Dating a high schooler who just graduated high school this year, and they've been dating for 2 years prior. So, a little weird.
So she's like, so he's like 28, and she's like 17, 18, or whatever.
So when they began dating, I think he was 27 and she was 16. Yeah.
Okay. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I was listening to Destiny, right? I was actually listening to Destiny because he did some pretty extensive coverage on all the sexual assaults going on Twitch. He had like 10,000 viewers the other night just going through every single one. And something he had said was like, here's the deal, right? Like, if you're into 16, 17-year-olds, why not just go for 18? Like, it's barely any different, and you're safe. You're in the legal boundaries. Like, if you go, like, if you're so just craving for 16, 17, why not just 18? You know what I mean? Like, like, it's not any different. One is safe, one is legal, the other is not. Like, if you're going to go that low, you might as well just, like, if you're going to be on the border, just stay on the other side. Like, just stay on the safe side. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, again, if it's like 28, 18, like, that's a little sketch, but I mean, it's legal. You know, you're safe. There's nothing anyone can do about it. People might get mad at you for it. People might say you're weird or creepy, but it's not like they can like press charges on you or call you a pedo. I mean, you're not, you know, it's within the boundaries, you're fine. Why not just go for that? That's what I don't get. It's like these guys, it's just like, it's like they almost have like the part that's like fun for them that gets their thrills off is the idea that they could get caught or that they could get exposed or whatever.
Yeah, or like, I mean, in the case of the gaming, like, this is like the Nintendo reviewer gaming type community, and I feel like a lot of these people, they're like, they are
degenerates,
kind of socially, and they're kind of just socially inept to the point where the only thing they can really get are those type of people, and it's not necessarily like, I want to prey on young children. It's more like, I'm so socially behind that I only can relate to, like,
you can only relate to like somebody who is like not that, you know, I don't know what the right word, mentally developed. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just assuming. I only have this one document that I'm looking at, so I'm not making any like definitive allegations against this guy. It's just
these are all just allegations, of course. Man, there's been a lot of sketchy shit going on Twitch. Matter of fact, today, I kind of feel dumb because, you know, I did do a video on Shane this morning. I could have squeezed out another video on Dr. Disrespect. We'll be getting to all that basically just right now, because that's what I want to talk about first. And then we got some other topics as well. Nick fought Onision last night, so we'll be reviewing the footage there. Let's see what else I have in the docket. There's a lot of stuff. Shane Dawson, a bunch of old clips resurfaced. I did cover it in a video, but we'll be revisiting these clips tonight. Chris Hansen completely blown the fuck out by Haley. She released a statement where she claimed that the victims in the Onision case were not made aware of anything that was going on with the show being sold to, what is it, Discovery something. It's ID. It's something Discovery. Somebody can correct me in the chat. So we got that statement here. I got all the documents saved to my desktop so we can take a look at those, because she did remove her statement. She said she wasn't going to keep it up for very long anyway. As well as that, Jenna Marbles cancels herself. And then we got some backup stories in case we need to fill time in. But looking at the stories that we have that are just up front right there, I don't think... what is it? Investigation Discovery. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, looking at the stories we have at the forefront of tonight, it seems like we won't have too much issue filling out the minimum 2 hour mark. We got about 600, 700 people watching right now. on RFC After Hours tonight, which is pretty incredible. It seems like the last few streams have really just brought over a whole new audience of people. So I just want to say right now, if you're new here, welcome to the show. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We talk about the news. Every now and again, we'll take callers. We read all the super chats, of course. The donations. We don't really have super chats because this channel kind of got fucked with. But if you are new, welcome to the program. Happy to see you guys here, and I hope you guys stick around for the shows. Like, recently we've been having a lot of shows that are very guest-heavy and set on one topic. Most of the time when we do shows, they're very multi-topic. We kind of flip from story to story.
Yeah, we usually have like 3. As you may have noticed,
3.
all the titles start out with 3, and then it kind of just devolves into 1 as like more people come on. But I mean, if it is, if the topic's important enough and people are coming on to talk about it, why fucking restrict it just to get multiple topics in? Yeah. But yeah, most topics don't take like fucking 3 hours to talk about. So
yeah, I try to keep it like at a fresh rotation. Like the most time we'll spend on one topic in particular, I usually keep it around an hour. So whatever, you'll see how the show works soon enough for all you new people. And for all you regulars, welcome to the program, everyone. The channel just recently passed 18,000 subscribers right here, which is pretty epic. I want to thank all you guys who are subbing to the channel right now. It's actually doing pretty well right now, so big moves are happening. Big moves are happening indeed.
18K is a lot.
Yeah, especially for a stream channel. Oh, I see we got a couple donations coming through here. Let me read it. Let me read these. Salmonella Fitzgerald through 5 says hashtag Goon Squad. Yeah, Goon Squad, let's go. I need to get some merch out there for real. I'm dropping the ball on that, but I might try and throw up a design on the merch store tonight. We do have a merch store, the one that I don't really use, but I probably should get around to actually developing some stuff here.
And Augie actually sends the mugs to you, unlike Chris Hansen. He's not gonna get in legal trouble for it. So.
Wait. Am I missing the joke here? What did Chris get in trouble with merch?
Chris Hansen, basically the whole thing is like he had a Kickstarter and he
the John Swan thing. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So, well, yeah, unlike Chris Hansen, we'll actually send you the mugs. We're not doing this GoFundMe bullshit. You get it from the store if you want. And then we probably gotta switch a hoodie. It's the summer! Who's gonna buy a hoodie? What's up, Permink? How you doing, man? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this shit right here. Now, one thing I want to point out in this wave of internet censorship, since we are the last standing, this is just something I want to point out really quickly. Shout out to my boy Xpanda Ben. He's been getting a bunch of TOS claims. So he got a TOS claim about a week ago. He watched the Bella Delphine music video, her little rap video, her return video, right? Yeah. And within 2 minutes of watching it, he got taken off for TOS. And then last night, he was playing GTA for literally, I kid you not, 2 seconds, because I was there the moment the notification sent, and he got taken off within 2 seconds. Now, I don't know, I don't think this is like somebody targeting him. I just think the YouTube system is a bit screwy right now when it comes to live streams, but just thought I'd point that out. Go sub to my boy Ben. YouTube.com/Xpanda. He is the official RFC late night spot. He goes on at 10:30 Central and streams for about 3 to 4 hours a night. He does gaming streams and stuff like that. I'm usually there. He plays with some other people you might know as well, and it's usually just a fun time. Aiden's a pretty big mainstay over there, so go check out Ben. Go support him because, YouTube's getting a little anal with their live streaming, apparently, it would seem. Also in the news, and we're going through quick stories right now before we get into anything major. Keemstar, we had covered that he had gotten taken off the YouTube partner program, the way you make money, for 2 weeks for re-uploading the Gokunaro H3 video. Well, it looks like he is he's back reinstated. He said, quote, "I'm officially back in the YouTube partner program. Thank you to everyone that spoke up and defended me against this smear campaign of lies and manipulation. Even though this character assassination campaign continues to this day, all I can do is ignore it and let you speak for me. W." So, yeah, good to see he's back in the program. Gotta say, must feel nice being in the program, Keem. But, I'm not gonna be salty. I'm not gonna be salty. I'm not gonna be bitter about anything. I'm not gonna be a bitter asshole. No. Good job, Keem. Good job.
Must be nice to have some autistic warriors to defend your name while you just sit around and do nothing.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You were doing cleanup duty for him.
Yeah, dude. Well, I just read out tweets, but they did they were. I mean, the tweets kind of look better for H3.
I heard H3 followed you on Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
That's funny as hell. He followed you on the same day that you made a video.
I'm a big H3 fan now, dude.
Yeah. Now you're gonna be his side. That's funny as hell. See, that's the thing. Is like when you're a YouTuber, like I've done this. This has actually happened to me before, right? Where I just talk shit about somebody, and then they follow me like the next day on Twitter, and I'm like, "There's no way they saw that video." So this is gonna be real fucking AIDS if they see that.
What was really funny is my latest video is called. It's like a parody of one of his clips that he made, where he said, Keemstar doesn't know when to quit, and I titled it H3 doesn't know when to quit.
Yeah.
And I uploaded that. I uploaded that. That video was processing when H3 followed me. So
nice. Dude, you just see that, you're like, oh my god. But you still posted it. You didn't back out.
Yeah, I did post it. I'm not gonna fucking back down or like change the title because H3 follows me now, but it's just funny.
It's funny as fuck. Oh man. Jake Paul thinks he's being shadow banned right now. He says, let's not let YouTube win here. They do this to creators whenever they please. Whenever they see a risk, whenever they want to protect themselves. I'm one of YouTube's riskiest creators. X to doubt. New video is out, and then he shares this from his Snapchat, Instagram, whatever the fuck. He says, at YouTube has me shadow banned and won't push my videos to whoever is subscribed or has post notifications on because the videos are for unsuitable for their audience.
Oh my god.
And we're too much of a publicity risk for them. So swipe up if you haven't seen this week's Rated R video, and let's not let YouTube stop the movement.
Rated R in the same sense. It's not suitable for advertisers. Wow. It's rated R. Alright. Dude, when YouTube royalty finally finds out that YouTube is not treating them like with privilege anymore over other creators, I've been shadow banned, guys. YouTube hates me. It's like, alright.
Nice one. I love this too because like if you might be wondering like what the video is. Well,
my ex-wife.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the videos in question here.
Yeah, what are these videos that are getting suppressed? I wonder
Surprising
why.
Surprising my best friend with Riley Reid striptease. And some of these others too.
Nice.
Riley said yes to him.
6 million. That's still 6. He's complaining about getting shadow banned with 6 million views, dude.
Oh my god.
It's because he used to more, but it's just like, who cares if it's a little less? Like, I don't know. I feel like when you're at that height, who cares if it's a little less? Like for me, for example, obviously I'm not at that height, but like, you know, maybe a lot of my videos get over 100K, and some videos don't get over 100K. It gets like 70K or whatever. I'm not gonna be like, I'm getting shadow banned. This is unfair. 70K is still a lot of views, regardless, even if it's like below my like my average.
2 mil, 3 mil, 2.8 mil. Yeah. And by the way, the thumbnail for this video, and I'm probably gonna get age restricted for this, but I give no fucks. This is the thumbnail for the video.
What a fucking cuck. He's just watching.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was noticing, right? Like in the thumbnail, he's standing there, like, looking sus as fuck. Like, what are you doing there, buddy?
He's watching, dude.
In the face, too. He's like, I don't know, buddy. Oh, man. And I just love this out, too. Surprising best friend with striptease. Yeah, okay, buddy. Jake Paul.
Riley Reid dumped me. Sad.
Big old cock confirmed, unfortunately.
He was watching.
Yeah, I was just standing there in the corner of the room. What are you doing?
Shane just posted a video. Shane released a vid. Wait, is it about drama? Oh, is it about the fucking CP?
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Well, don't say that. Taking accountability. Okay, I think we gotta... transition.
Let's give context to the story. Let's just get into
we gotta give context first,
right?
We gotta give context first.
Maybe he will give the context. I don't know.
Okay.
Dude, first view.
See, I hate when shit breaks down like the moment we're on the air because I don't know. Like, should we? Let's just give it a watch. Let's see what we got. Holy fuck, dude.
Hi. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have
20 minutes long. Oh, buckle up. This is breaking news. We got a doozy for you guys. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think he'll explain it. I mean, why wouldn't he, right?
Yeah. Mike the Kite through $1 says, just caught up with the last few episodes. Shit goes nuts when I'm gone. Ms. Diz through $1 says, make sure Boblex gets his chance to speak his story of how Hansen re-victimized him. His voice must be heard. Yeah, that's true.
Gaming slandered me because I'm autistic. That's the only reason.
Damn.
He hates autism.
That's
and he hates LGBT. He misgendered someone.
Gaming Auto through 3 says, guys, Boblex is Jewish. Shocking if true. Gaming Auto through another 3 says, Jake Paul is doing Gabby Hanna, just saying, yeah, that's the popular thing now. All these YouTubers bitch about problems that they don't have. Matt G through 25 says, showing some love to this great channel. Yo, homie came through. All right, I had to shout these donations out.
I hope he addresses the cat, dude.
Oh my god.
Done a lot of things in my past that I hate, that I wish I could make go away, that I try to make go away by deleting videos or untagging my Instagram things or literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen. Because yes, I apologize for a lot of them, but I'm 31, almost 32. Those apologies suck. I don't know who that person is anymore. Every apology video I've ever made has been from fear. It's me sitting at home thinking the whole world hates me and crying and hyperventilating and then just turning on a webcam and just saying I'm sorry and then hoping people know I'm a good person and then it'll go away. And that is stupid.
Wow, exposed. He literally exposed every apology video, including himself, dude.
Yeah, so how's he gonna
only do this to get away with it.
So how's he gonna get himself out of this one? That's what I'm curious. Because here's the thing about these clips, right, guys? Is that this is not just, you know, oh, I made an edgy joke, or oh, I did stuff that I don't agree with anymore. Like, a lot of the clips that were shown were obviously jokes, but the clips were like children are involved. Like the child in that music video, the fan he had told like twerk that was possibly underage. And of course the most damning one of all, which is, you know, having, you know, a conversation about sex, you know, to a 12-year-old on camera. I mean, this is just, you know, like, it's not, like, I've seen a lot of people on social media say stuff like, oh, he's just joking, man. It was a different humor back in the day. And I'm like, okay, I don't care about jokes, right? Like, I don't care about the jokes. I care about when he actually has, like, children in the videos. Like, that's what I care about. Because, like, yeah, you could still be joking, but if a child is involved, then, you know, is it really a joke anymore? And you guys know I'm the last person. I give no fucks about any types of jokes. But when you're actually getting, like, children involved, you know? Because, like, here's the thing. Jokes, you know, are just bad things to think or bad things to say, right? But when you actually get children involved, that's, like, a different level. It's not just a joke at that point. There's like, another degree to the thing there. Anyway.
A 31-year-old man does. That's not good. Right now is very much a time of wanting people to be accountable, wanting punishment for people, and I agree. And that's why I'm making this video. I saw Jenna Marbles' video, and it really inspired me.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I was like, this is inspired by Jenna Marbles, 100%, dude. If the Jenna Marbles thing didn't happen, I guarantee this video wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Like a sign from the universe that I want to do this. So this video is coming from a place of just wanting to own up to my shit, wanting to own up to everything I've done on the internet that has hurt people, that has added to a problem, that has not been handled well. Like, I should have been punished for things. I feel like this moment right now is very necessary. I'm going to apologize for a lot of things that I've done or said in this video, and if you don't accept the apology, that is 100% okay. And I think that's something that as I'm getting older now, I'm realizing. It's like, you can apologize, but you can't.
By the way, this is the same guy who was totally comfortable accusing James Charles of being a predator because of...
No, well, okay, to clarify just a bit on that, like, I don't like Shane Dawson, so I'm not, like, this isn't, like, any bias coming out, but I don't think he ever directly, like, said, yeah, James is a fucking predator or whatever, but he did, like, pretty much, like, support Taddy and James behind the scenes, and it was very clear that he, like, believed them and stuff like that, but he didn't outright say to his, like, 2 million followers, James is a predator. Jeffrey's definitely guilty of that, but Shane isn't guilty of that. I mean, Shane still thought it was real and, like, supported the wrong people, but it's just not as bad as, like, what Jeffrey or Taddy did, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like he was totally fine with these allegations coming out.
Yeah.
And then like as Nick's pointing out in the chat right now, he had that statement where he's like, yeah, James needed a humble pie, like basically implying that he was fine with what happened to James Charles. He slept comfortably after what they did to James Charles, and now
100% agree. Yeah.
It's poetic, and I'm not like a cancel culture type of guy, but it is poetic justice to see him, allow these horrible things to happen to his colleagues, and then this shit just drops on him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's infinitely worse than anything James Charles did.
Exactly. I just wanted to say that he didn't like directly call James
let's
Charles
be clear
a
on that
predator
one.
to his 20 million people, because that would have like. Obviously, what he did was bad and all that, but like that would have been like an extra step of like even worse, right? Like he made the humble pie comment and all that after when people already knew that like James wasn't a predator, so it was like it wasn't as bad. But if he made those statements like during the allegations, that would have been like horrible. But let's keep going.
You can't expect the other person to just forgive you. Like that's doesn't make any sense. So I think this video for me is more about just saying everything I want to say and ways that I want to help be a part of a change and not be a part of a problem, which is what I've been a part of. So I'm going to start with all the racism that I put onto the internet as an adult, not a child. I was at least 20 when I started YouTube, and I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people or Asian people or Mexicans or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I said, oh, this is funny, and I put it on the internet. Now, years later, I look back at that, and I've talked about this before, but when I say I hate that person, I mean it in the most intense way possible. I hate that person so much. That person was filled with...
This is like some Katarina bullshit, you know? You ever notice that, like, YouTubers, when they apologize, they're always like, that person, they like separate
like they change
themselves
so much in their mind that they're like a completely different person. Like, from
it's
the ground
very
up,
strange. Like it's almost, I feel like, in an apology, like it's almost kind of shitty, right? Because you are taking accountability for your actions, but you're also like, oh, it was that guy, not the current guy. It's like, no. Shut the fuck up. You're the same person. Don't give me this person, that
like,
person
people
bullshit.
Can change, like, in terms of their beliefs and a lot of stuff, but, like, there's a lot of core things that still makes it like that.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, I hear that, I'm like, no, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. No. You were not this person or that person. There was no degree of separation. I'm sorry. And, it'd be one thing if it was just, like a passing comment, but they really just try to instill this idea that there was, like, such a massive, like, change in
there can be like a relatively massive change, especially when it's like child to adult, but it's not like so different.
This was 20.
Like,
he was an
acting
adult.
Like he's a completely different person. He's like, I vehemently hate that person with a burning passion. It's like, how did you hate yourself that much? Like, I don't know. I don't really relate to, like, when I look at stuff I did in the past, I'm like, oh, that's cringy, or I wouldn't do that today. But I'm not like, oh, that isn't me. I hate that person with a burning passion. I don't get why that.
It's like, no, that was like, me. No,
me. Me. Yeah. So.
By the way,
what's up, Edwin?
Oh, hey, what's going on, Edwin? Yeah, what's up, man? But yeah, like it's also kind of telling. Like he starts this video off by talking about like the racism or whatever. Like, because here's the deal, like, with that, again, like, what is there to say? Like, yes, I made those jokes. Yes, they were offensive. Like, there's not really much he can say to that. Like, I'm curious to see what he has to say about some of the other clips, in the memology video. But we'll see if he gets to I would assume he would get to that, but we'll see.
I hope he addresses the James Charles stuff.
Yeah, he didn't do a good job. I don't know if he will. He didn't do a good job the first time. Maybe he's gonna...
Yeah, I don't know if he'll do a retread of that, but...
That'd be interesting. Edwin, are you there? Edwin. Is he there?
No, I don't hear him either.
Yeah, he might not be.
It might just be some mic issues. We'll let him fix that.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Sadness, filled with anger about their own issues, in the closet, constantly projecting on others, just like, I don't know, just that person is someone who I don't like seeing. And I think that's why I've been...
Wait, that was literally him a couple days ago. He was projecting onto others in the...
Yeah.
tweet.
He is,
Okay.
he is not good at this.
I guess you hate the person you were like a week ago. I'm not that person anymore.
This is YouTubers. Listen, let me just pretend like every YouTuber is just this one collective person. YouTubers, you guys are trash at giving apologies, all right? I know you have to sometimes, but just like understand that when you are forced to be put into a situation where you apologize, it's going to be shit. Like, I'm sorry, but this is just like...
Dude, Jenna Marbles did the best apology to something she really didn't have to apologize. Like, as
dude, she canceled herself, man. Nobody gave a fuck, and then she came out this video, and everybody's like, wait, you're what? What are you apologizing for?
Well, some people did care, and the fact that she was like deeply hurt by the people that were like offended, I think shows character in her, and then it also show like even though it wasn't like a massive issue, like it wasn't like hashtag cancel Jenna Marbles, and didn't get to the point where like she had to respond. She did of her own volition because she actually felt bad. And then on top of that, she took full responsibility instead of saying, oh, I look at that person and I hate that person or whatever. Meanwhile, Shane, he's only saying this because it's blowing up. And if everyone like ignored all this stuff, he would never have made this video.
Yeah.
So that's like the major difference, in my opinion.
Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, cool. Phew.
How you doing, man? What do you think of this so far? We're only 3 minutes in. Edwin, you there? I think he got cut again.
Fucked up again, dude.
Yeah, we'll just keep going. Edwin will have to fix that on his end.
Because I'm like, no, I already apologized. I don't want to go back. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it. Mute it on Twitter. Untag it on my Instagram. Like, I just don't. I hate that person so fucking much. Okay, so sorry. So first, let's start with blackface. Blackface was something that I did a lot. Like, I did it a lot on my channel. And there's no excuse for it. There's literally no excuse.
Let's
I made a
go!
video 6 years ago talking about it, and
Dude,
I gave excuses.
I want to talk about this again,
wrong.
if you could pause. I want to talk about that. We said this, like, in previous shows again, but, like, how do people, like, do blackface even back then on YouTube? Because, like, saying the N-word, it like takes 1 second to do, literally.
Yeah.
Blackface, you have to put it on, you have to turn on record.
It's like more of a process.
Upload it. Yeah.
It's like even if I wanted to put on blackface, like it's just too much of a fucking pain in the ass.
It's too much work, yeah.
You know, like how do these people always find themselves in these situations where it's like, oh, fuck, accidentally put on blackface.
I'd like to point out a lot of people have been saying this on Twitter, especially like the beauty people who are like pissed off that like Shane kind of like hijacked their community. He's like, oh, I'm gonna sell this makeup. I'm really into makeup, but then he'd post like no makeup looks or whatever. Shane statistically has done more videos in blackface than videos showing off makeup in general.
Oh my god, can you find me that?
I don't know.
It's okay if you can't.
If someone like tallied it up or anything.
That's
people
funny.
Have just been saying that. There wasn't any infograph or whatever.
Somebody does like an infograph, like all the hours.
Like number of content with blackface, number of content with makeup.
Yeah, exactly. How do you put work into getting? Yeah, it's like, okay, if I want to cancel myself, I'll do it in the fastest, most efficient way possible. I'm not gonna put work into that shit. What are you talking about? Fuck blackface. Takes too long.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Oh shoot! Look, now I want to hear about his upbringing as to what enabled him to think that what he's doing is okay. That's what I'm curious about, because you can say you hate the person you were, but how did you become that person that you were? Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. Like, is there an explanation
because that's not normal.
Why you were like that? Yeah, it's not normal
Edwin,
to just
it was
be like,
totally
oh yeah, blackface.
Yeah, it was normal back in the, like, blackface was, it's like, little kids would do blackface instead of play with their crayons. That's just how it was back in the day. You might not remember it, but that's just how it was, man.
Dude, people, like, portray 2011 as a time where, like, every YouTuber on the planet was just doing blackface like a trend, when it really wasn't. I think it was only, like, a couple skit YouTubers who were a little like insensitive or whatever, or didn't realize.
That's the thing. Don't get it twisted. Like, I said this in my stream and shit. Like, I grew up on Adam Sandler movies that are exaggerate like stereotypes, and all those movies from the early 2000s. And even this stream can be on the edgier side. But I'm a big fan of Tropic Thunder even still. But like, dude, there's a difference between satire and I just don't see it. I don't see how. I guess I'm just curious because 3 minutes in, I'm not sold at all. But like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we are judging an
on view
apology.
number 1 though. Wow, you're view number 1.
Am I actually?
Well, it just says 1 view, but then it has like 300 likes. So
Oh,
probably
true.
like
There's no way
within
I
the
was
first
number-
couple
yeah.
hundred, but that's still like really good for like Shane Dawson.
Very good click.
Yeah, there
dude.
you go.
Fast
We are-
as fuck.
I always said RFC is first to the scene. We're always the fastest to the stories. That's not actually always true, but I say it is.
He's always said that.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. All right, let's keep listening.
And I knew I would never wanted to do it again, but I didn't do the work. I didn't actually look into the history of it and why it's so wrong and why people were so upset. Because my excuse, I was just being funny. I love black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be funny. All of that is stupid and wrong. And I put that onto the internet as an adult. And that is insane. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry to anybody that saw that and that also saw that people were lifting me up and were saying, "You're so funny, Shane. Oh my God, you're so funny." Like, I can't even put myself in that head. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be black and to see this white fucking guy do blackface. And the whole internet at that time being like, LOL, that's insane. And I am so sorry. I don't know how to even fully apologize because it seems like something that is irredeemable, or I don't know the right word, but it's something that I shouldn't even be able to
somebody
get out
clip
of.
that.
I should lose everything for that. I can tell you this.
Get up.
I don't have hate for any race or any people with weight issues or any of that special needs. I don't have hate in my heart.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
But it doesn't
Thank
make
God.
up for
I
the
don't know
fact
why
that
you had to clarify that. Like, by the way, guys, I don't hate like.
I don't hate Bo Black.
Why do you have to go out of your way to say that? I feel like that's like goes without saying.
Who
Kind
knows
of.
we're watching?
I do not hate black people or autistic people, for the record.
Wait, did he used to hate special needs people? Is that why he's saying that now?
Yeah,
Is
have you
that
ever
like a
said
previous
jokes about-
thing he had? Like,
I didn't even know why that one suddenly little Freudian slipped or something.
yeah. Did he make like fucking fuck autistic people jokes back in the day? Like,
That's great. I want to see that video. I will repost them on my channel if I don't get remonetized. If I do, fuck you, Shane.
I made jokes about everyone, and some of the jokes were way too far. And I think this year specifically really changed me as a person. And I started
really
seeing
not last
black
year?
people who I know.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
oh my
like
God.
this year, they always say like this year stuff like really came to the forefront. It's like, I don't know. You've had like chances to change. Like
It's like when the
previous
brand
years
will, like,
due to
change.
examples, like when James
Yeah,
Charles
it's-
was happening. What did you just realize racism exists like once
Yeah,
George Floyd and stuff went on? Like,
Yeah, not only that, it really not only took George Floyd for him to realize that racism is real, but also that making comments towards his 12-year-old cousin is inappropriate. That's what it took. Like, damn. Shout out. What the fuck? A black man had to die for him to realize that? The hell?
Yeah, I don't get these people act like, oh, racism wasn't like a big talking point in the country prior to 2020. It's like, I don't know, like that's literally all America's been talking about for the last decade plus.
The last 100 years.
Even longer, I guess.
Well, it's also like it's like the meme, like when like the brands will like change their icons for like Pride Month or whatever, and it's just, everybody always like makes fun of them for it, right? Because it's like, oh boy, it's that time of the month, brand changes icon to pander to a demographic that they don't give a fuck about, because then the next month ends and then they change it back to whatever the fuck it was before, and it's like the same thing I get from this apology, right? It's like, oh shit, I must, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like pandering to me just because it feels too timed, He's like, oh, due to recent events. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, again, he only did this because of the Jenna Marbles video.
Yeah.
I don't think he would make this video.
I think he had to come out with it, regardless of Jenna Marbles, because these clips were going to come out regardless of if Jenna apologized or not, or made that video, because
well, these clips have come out in the past, that's the thing. Like, it's
and
always
here's
like, there's like a
I want to make a comment
on the same clips,
because you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen, but yesterday I noted that he has negative 169 million views, and those obviously that's not a thing unless you remove videos. But if you look at his social blade, those videos were not removed today or yesterday or the day before. They were removed before 2 weeks ago, but it's within the past month. So I'm pretty sure people have been pointing it out since before the last couple of days, but it only caught traction because of the Jeffree Star thing. You know what I mean? So he knew this was coming. Like, there's no way that he didn't know that people were gonna catch on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Let me see if I can find. Actually, I could just look up Social Blade right now because it is pretty interesting.
Shane Dawson TV, that's the channel.
Shane Dawson.
That's the channel that used to do all the racial shit.
This is the racial one. The other's the good one.
Yeah. He kept it on another channel, so like.
Look, like how is that 163 million?
Yeah, okay, these numbers,
the beginning
man.
of the month is when people started calling him out.
Also, why does he delete it now and not like way back? Like, cause I remember like all these like pedo stuff. I don't think all the clips were being called out last year, but I remember a lot of these clips were being called out last year, along with the cat thing.
Okay, but literally, June 2nd. Is that not like 3 or 4 days after the George Floyd thing? I mean, what were we just saying?
Floyd was like the tail end of March.
Wait, so he literally was like, "Oh, a black person died. Better take down my blackface videos." Like, is that how it happened? Like,
yeah.
In fairness to him, it could have been fresh on his mind when he was thinking about it, and maybe he was like, "Oh fuck, I still have all those videos up. Let me just like." That could have happened. To be fair to him,
dude. Right after that happened, everybody's getting called. Everybody's been getting called out, especially for racial shit since George Floyd.
And the Sky Jackson story really blew up. Yeah. And she was she was doxing all those kids or whatever. I mean, that was right at the after the aftermath. But
yeah. That's why more people were like, I guess, acceptable of her doxing because of this.
Well, you noticed like a week after we called it out, then everyone else called it out. You know, because they couldn't call it out when it was happening because they look insensitive. You know. Okay, let me read a couple donos. Let's see. Gaming Otter through 3 says James Charles left an apology in the comment section of Shane's video. Oh, we'll have to refresh and take a look at that when we're done with this. Mike the Cat through 1 says, I've never had to do research to know blackface is bad. I've just kind of always known that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's self-explanatory to figure out that.
Even if you don't know like the in-depth history of like racial stuff and like how it was used, I mean, you know, dressing up as another skin color to like, you know.
I mean, look, when I was in 5th grade or whatever, when I was in 5th grade, there was a book that I was assigned to read that had the N-word in it, and I asked about it, and I was taught pretty early on what that meant. And even before that, obviously, I was, you know, I had enough understanding to know like the existence of what racism is. It's not like it was just, you know, oh, I went on YouTube and then I figured it out. No, I mean, you know, these conversations do come up.
Well, no, even if you aren't like super familiar with the racism growing up, because I wasn't really, like if you dress up like or paint yourself as a different skin color and like try to like, you know, characterize yourself as that skin color, that is like, it's just common sense that's racist.
Look, like I'm gonna put a different point because what Augie said doesn't quite resonate with me. You know, I grew up in Mexico in a very small town. I did not grow up with awareness of the world. You know, in my small town in Mexico, there was no people that were not Mexicans. You know, we're all kind of like similar skin tone. You know, like some white people and stuff, but we don't know but that extensive history. So when I came to America, it was very, very new. Like seeing like so many blonde people and like, you know, darker skinned Asian people. Like this was all very new to me. However, if he wanted to play that ignorance card, it doesn't really work here because I don't know if you guys have seen the clip, but he had a skit in which he put a blonde wig on, like as a playing like a rich bimbo, and he had his black friend at the time. I don't know if they're still friends, Shanna, who used to be a YouTuber. She was playing a maid, you know, like the help essentially, and he called her a monkey woman with the N-word in it as well. Like, so you can't play ignorance when you're literally portraying yourself as some sort of like.
Yeah, Shane knew. Shane knew. Like maybe some people wouldn't grow up like learning about racism, like me or Edwin or whatever. But like, I don't know. Like, Shane definitely knew. It doesn't apply to Shane. At all.
Let's go ahead and I mean, at least you know, for me or whatever, you know, it's not like I was like I thought about racism like very much when I was younger or whatever. I just didn't really, because it's not like I was never like raised or surrounded in any like very like racist groups or whatever. But I mean, I acknowledged its existence. I knew what it was, but you know, I mean,
yeah,
I think like
oblivious to it.
you know, I don't know. Like most of the people I know that was like, yeah, most of the people I know they were aware of it, especially because like early on I went into, you know, speech and debate or whatever, which led me into politics, where racism is a very common topic in a lot of different areas. So
yeah, it's just based on literally where we grew up.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
if you grew up where I was, it would be the same for you.
Why does somebody keep
vice
spamming
versa.
kick Edwin? You know what? I'm gonna kick you. How about that? Put him in timeout. I only put him in timeout because he's spamming. That's really all I get timed out, or that's all I time out for. Don't spam. By the way, shout out.
Wait at least like a minute before you want to say the same 2 words.
Yeah. Shout out, we got over 1,000 watching right now, Augie RFC. Be sure to hit the like button, helps us out a lot. Let's keep going, guys.
I'm friends with, who I've known for a long time. I'm seeing them openly talking about on their Instagram or Twitter the years of anger they've had about racist jokes, about blackface, about, you know, microaggressions, everything that they've gone through. And I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the entire world. I felt awful. And the biggest problem with me doing that and posting it on the internet was it made young people at the time who were watching me think it was okay. And that's the craziest part. It's like I've had people tell me, well, I used to watch your videos when I was a kid, and yeah, I never saw anything wrong with that. And that is scary because it made me realize, oh my God, I have been a part of such a huge problem and I have just been avoiding it. And that's wrong. So I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I added to the normalization of blackface or the normalization of saying the N-word. That's another thing. I mean, and my justification at the time for that was, oh, well, it was, you know, I was playing a character and it was in comedy and my black friend was there and, you know, that makes it okay. No, it's not okay. And it's not a funny word, especially for a white person to say. Me as a white person wearing a wig and playing a character and doing stereotypes and then saying the N-word is something that I should have probably lost my career for at the time. And there's no amount of apologizing that can take it away and take away the impact it had and take away the amount of people that...
Are you listening to this N-word gaming in the chat?
Yeah.
You mean Repsion?
What if we don't know his skin color?
Oh my
Repsion?
God.
Well, it is Repsion, so...
have been hurt by that or have felt like I was just, another white guy who can get away with everything. When I really looked into the history of blackface, I looked into it years ago, and it obviously disgusted me, made me sick. I felt awful. But even at that time, I still was being ignorant, and I was saying in my head, well, but I didn't do that. You know, I was playing Wendy Williams, or I was playing a character. That justification, that is wrong. I mean, I've watched so many videos on the history of blackface and how it was created to make fun of black people, to make them feel less than. And the fact that I, in some way, was a part of that, like the fact that the word blackface now will forever be attached to me, that's the level at which I have been lately. Just feeling very awful about myself, about what I did, about the jokes I've made, about the videos I've made, and wanting to disassociate from that person, but I can't. Now, there was one person who really tried to get through to me for a long time, and her name is Jessica Lee. And probably 7 years ago, she's a YouTuber, and she tweeted me, and we got into fights back and forth, and my audience at the time was saying racist things to her, and it was so toxic, and I'm so sorry, and it's so gross, and there's no amount of apologizing for it. And I think I was taking everything as an attack, which is so stupid. Like, looking back, that is stupid. I was taking it as an attack. Like, I'm not racist, leave me alone, I'm not racist. And, you know, it's like, okay, but look what you're making, Shane. Like that, I don't know how I didn't see that. That is scary, and I'm sorry. But one of my biggest problems was thinking that criticism is being attacked. Somebody's telling me that I did something wrong, I'm gonna go on the defensive. And that's not...
Okay, is he saying that he was like genuinely racist? Is that what he's implying?
He just said a lot.
Yeah, I'm like listening to all this, and I'm like, because here's the thing,
it doesn't add up.
This might be a hot take for me, all right? But jokes, in my opinion, do not make you racist. And he's really arguing like he, you know, as like he's like guilty because he used to be racist, which is kind of a big admission in my opinion. And I don't know.
Because well, his at least his older justification of the way he did skits was, oh, I was just playing a character. I was playing Wendy Williams, and he said, well, blackface was used to put people down and make fun of them. But that's literally what he would do when he would play Wendy Williams. When he would get into the character of a black person, he was making fun of them. Not only that, but he ended up defending it to Cheska Lee ages ago, and that's what he's talking about right now. And also, he wrote these skits. He wrote these skits with the intent to make fun of black people, black celebrities, you know? So, I don't know, it's a lot to think in.
Yeah.
Not a good way to
Yeah,
live.
also him saying, like, I took criticism as an attack, that's an issue so many fucking YouTubers have, and they need to, like, learn
Alright, but in fairness, sometimes people say some dumbass shit to me, Boblax, and I'll fucking roast them, alright? I don't, you know, I get this too, right? Like, somebody will say some dumb shit to me on Twitter, and then I'll fire back at them, and they'll be like, huh, I guess you can't take criticism anymore, huh? And I'm just like, no, fuck off, your criticism is shit. Alright, is that wrong? Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, alright, you know?
No, that's fine, but sometimes people give criticism and they're not trying to hate, and then, like, people, like, react to it as if it's an attack, and it's like, I'm trying to help, bro.
I don't know. Somebody said today
Obviously,
that I was being like a bitter asshole because I made a joke like, ha, Key must feel good getting remonetized. And you're like, don't be like that, Og. You know, I'm like, no, fuck you. Maybe that's...
I've seen Cheska's video, and it was definitely... And I mean, maybe he'll talk about it, but he literally had a podcast in which he talked about, like, he had a dream where he would make her say racist stuff and, like, torture her until she did it. It was really weird.
Jeez.
So you didn't listen to that? It's really weird.
No, I've never heard that before.
You gotta listen to it. I'll find you the link, but keep playing if you want.
Yo, what the hell, man? That's... Yeah.
It's not a good way to grow and change and actually help people. So, speaking of Francesca, there is something on Twitter right now that people are sharing, and I got a text about it today, and my heart completely broke, and it was from my podcast from 5 years ago. Now, in the clip, I am talking about, the segment was about murder fantasies. Like, oh, is there somebody that you really hate or you're mad at? And, you know, have you ever fantasized about murdering them? And how would you do it? Stupid, gross, awful, something I would never talk about now. That podcast is a source of so much awful shit for me, so many regrets for me. And I loved a lot of those moments, but a lot of them were like, what do we do to make it crazier? How do we make things more
This is going to be us with After Hours in a couple years. This is going to be us with After Hours.
Here's my approach, right? Here's my approach, right? Because there will be a day I'll get canceled. Let's just be honest over here. Let's just be totally real. My approach is, you know, never back down. Never submit. If you made jokes and people are unhappy with these jokes or whatever, stand up for yourself, you know? Because if you bow down, like, that's just never enough for people. The problem with Shane is he can't exactly do that, right? Because of the blackface stuff, right? Because, like, it's not, like, if it was just the jokes and Shane, you know, was like, you know, whatever, I made jokes or whatever, you know, like, I couldn't, I'm not gonna get, yeah, like, that's just my, like, look, if you do something, alright, that's genuinely, you know, bad or whatever, bad, I guess in this case would be implying, like, you know, actually being racist, like, you know, yeah, you probably should, you know, not. But if you're just making jokes or whatever and people are mad at you, just be like, right. Okay, whatever, I mean, it was a fucking joke. Like, it was a joke for a reason. Joke implies it's not real. I don't believe it. It's just a joke, you know?
Well, like, and that's the thing. Yeah. There's examples, for example, and I was talking about this yesterday, like, Jenna Marbles and Colleen, right? The Miranda Sings woman. Like, there's those two examples. So I think that Colleen took that route that you're against, and I think Jenna Marbles, I think she kind of aligns with, she didn't quite, like, refute everything. She wasn't like, I'm so sorry for what I said. She was just like, it sucks, you know? She wasn't like, that's the worst thing I've done. Like, she wasn't like that. Whereas with Colleen, did you ever see that? She was like, I would never do that. And I was like, dude, those Chola jokes, they were not that bad. They were making fun of Mexicans a little bit. Kind of funny.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah. But exactly. And I'm just saying, it's like, look, there's plenty, holy shit, the backlog you could find of me, like on this channel, other channels or whatever, yeah, you can compile some shit to paint a pretty negative narrative of me, but, you know, if it's all just jokes or whatever, you know what my response is going to be? It's going to be a lot more abrasive than what I'm going to be like, no, fuck off, they're just jokes. Suck a dick. That's going to be my response. And it might not go over well with the crowd, but I'm not appealing to the crowd. I don't want to be somebody who's put in a situation where I have to submit to the crowd in order to save my career. You know me, Edwin. You know I like being on the edge or whatever. I mean, I like appealing to everybody, but at the same time, there are things I'm going to say, opinions I'm going to have, and jokes that I'm going to make that are going to piss some people off. And to that, I just say, like, I don't, if you are sensitive to a certain area or whatever like that, then, you know, I'm just telling you right now, you might want to just, you know, upper right hand corner click, because I don't want to be put in a situation where I'm forced to submit to a crowd that does not see the difference between jokes and real intent of, you know, any sort of, you know, overbearing ideas.
I would say to you, because you're still on the younger side, bro, in 10 years... 10 years ago, I cringe at myself from 10 years ago. Straight up,
we all cringe at ourselves from 10 years ago. Come on, right?
Yeah, in 10 years, you're going to cringe at this clip.
I think you might cringe, so, like, you know, like, sure. But, of course, to an extent, like, I can justify much of my cringy shit. I can be like, ooh, but, like, at the same time, I see what you're saying, but, like, trust me, you might just cringe yourself right now.
Really? Maybe I don't really see it. I don't see it, but obviously I'm not going to see it anyway. But I don't really see it, right? Because, like, look... Here's the thing. Everyone says, like, oh, you're going to cringe yourself from 5 years ago or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? 5 years ago, I cringed myself 5 years from that. And right now, I cringed myself 5 years ago. And 5 years from now, I'm going to cringe myself right now. You know what I mean? Like, you're always going to cringe yourself, you know, whatever your past is.
It's
like
character development, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm never I genuinely don't see myself, you know, falling into a state of mind where I, you know, think that jokes are you know, related to like intent or actual ideas. Exactly. BLT says, you know, no way. Augie's eternally based. Exactly. All right. Unless I'm moving to LA and selling out, I will always be based and red pilled as fuck. All right. That's what I'm saying.
What?
It's not. When you apologize for like edgy jokes, it's not really apologizing for the intent or saying that you did have the intent. It's basically being like, oh, you saw that and you got like upset because you thought that was my intent, and I could see why you saw that or whatever, and then you apologize in that way. It really depends on the joke. I mean, I agree with your statement on, like,
but like the whole conversation of what are jokes, what do they imply, you know, the whole science behind jokes or whatever. At the end of the day, at least in my opinion, it's a really pointless conversation. There's a reason I want to hear him talk about, you know, some of the other clips or whatever, because at the end of the day, what can you say? I made racist joke, racism bad, I'm bad, sorry. Like, that's all he can say. You know, like, because when you get down to it, like, what goes into a joke, how jokes can be used to look into the minds of your actual thoughts or whatever like that. Like, there's no way to know, there's no way to tell, and to be honest, it's kind of a pointless conversation.
Well, sometimes people would argue if you're willing to make that joke, then, like, you kind of have those thoughts in your head, but it really depends on the
you can never prove that, though.
Like for example, how Edwin was like describing the Shane Dawson skits. Now I haven't watched them myself, but he was saying that like it wasn't just putting on blackface and playing a black character. He was also being demeaning to black people, and like the whole like skit was at the expense of black people. You got to think for a second, like, or I wouldn't blame someone for thinking like, hey, is Shane like legitimately racist behind the scenes? Because these are kind of like,
I'd have to see like what he was posting at the time to really, you know, understand fully.
And even if he wasn't racist, I really don't blame someone for thinking he might have those intentions based off what they're seeing.
Yeah, there's a reason Shane can't play the card that I just provided, because it's blackface. Blackface is like the game ender right there. Right. Guys, I'm gonna give you guys some solid advice right now. Don't do blackface, all right? Trust me. It's going to be it's going to fuck you over in like so many ways. And it's like completely fucking.
Yeah, but it isn't just like the blackface. It's like the fact that he did blackface and then demeaned black people like on top of that. Like if he just did like the blackface to play a black character, but he wasn't demeaning them in the skit, it would still be bad. But you wouldn't like think he's racist off that as heavily. So there's a lot of nuance to it. So sometimes I do think it is important to like apologize for the jokes instead of doing what you said, Augie, and being like, fuck you, it's a joke. it really depends on the scenario and what was said and what was done and stuff like that. So,
no, people saying I'm gonna cringe at this speech. No. It's never gonna happen. All right, let's keep going.
Well, the speech is pretty general, really, and that's the thing too with the whole blackface, because like I said that as someone who did not grow up with diversity or knowledge of Black history in Mexico. I did not grow up with that, but as soon as I came here, I know that would be fucked up, and I'm not white, and I'm like, dude, how can you do that in like past 2010? I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody said all these shows have been this week is like discussing like the science behind jokes, and I mean, in these particular instances or whatever, it has been interesting to me, but I feel like it gets to a certain point where it's like ultimately the conversation just on its own, like what goes into jokes or whatever, it's just like it solves nothing in the long run. But anyway, that's just my little spiel there. Let's keep going. Gaming Auto through 5 says, Augie RFC, you make gay jokes and I don't get offended at that. Lest I'm back cataloging everything you say so I can use against you. Joking, you're good. Well, don't cancel me just yet, alright? I have to keep all the new subs that I just earned, alright? So don't hold on. You can do it next week, alright? Oh my god. Canceled on the show.
How do we make it more shocking? Like Howard Stern. Like, it just got to a point where I'm happy it ended. Because I wasn't even myself. I don't even know who I was at that point. Anyways, so in the segment, I started talking about, figuratively murdering someone. And it was insane and gross. Now, she believes, and a lot of people believe, that I was talking...
Wait, what's the I need to know the context for this one in particular. Okay. Does anybody know?
I sent it to you in the DM. You can play it if you want.
Okay, because here's what I'm thinking, right? Before we watch the context. Look, we've all got... Let's just be honest here, all right? Let's just be real. Put a 1 in the chat if you've gotten mad at somebody, right? I'm sure it's happened. And when you get mad at somebody, sometimes you're like, yo, I'm gonna kill this person, all right? And then you're like, oh, okay, all right, I'm getting too carried away. Calm down. Like, is it something like that? Or is he actually, like, about to harm this person's life?
Okay, so the context is, because also the link that I sent you doesn't fully play the part, but basically, this creator, Chescali, who you just brought up, was someone that was trying to call him out for his racism, doing the blackface, etc. And now he just said in the video, he was seeing it as an attack instead of criticism. So in this podcast, he talks about how he had a dream about basically dismembering body parts of someone that was calling him out for being racist. So but yeah, this clip doesn't include the part where it was a dream, so that's all you need to know as far as context for this.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, of course they cut out the it's a dream part.
Besides teeth and eyes.
Okay, where do I start? Okay, so the teeth are in the eyes, right? So
who is this person? Do we know? You don't want to say?
I can't really say because she's actually mentally ill, and like this would really throw her off the edge.
Oh, and well, now you know who it is.
And
whoever you are watching,
and like woman abuse. Whatever. So, but what I would do, because her whole thing is she like.
Dude, wait, Base. She said whatever to woman abuse. Wait, Base.
I'm racist.
Yeah, right. Oh. Wait. So rewind a little bit, because he just said like. What, or
women abuse. Whatever.
Whatever. Women abuse.
Wait. So, right before that. Sorry.
Right before that.
Because she's actually mentally ill, and like this would really throw her off the edge.
Oh. And well, like, now you know who it is.
And
whoever you are watching.
And like women abuse. Whatever. So. But what I would do, because her whole thing is she like always would tell people that I'm a bad person, that I'm racist, that I'm this and that.
Oh.
So what I would do is I would have a knife to her throat, and I would make her say the most fucked up, awful, racist, sexist, whatever shit, homophobic shit. Yeah, I would make her say that shit, and be like, if you don't say it, I'm gonna slice your neck. And then she'd say it, and then I'd rip her tongue out and be like, that's the last thing you ever said.
That's good.
That's some dark ass shit.
Good shit, though.
That's some dark ass shit.
That's some
and be
good
like,
shit.
you just left this planet with some hate, bitch.
Yeah.
And then so I took her, tongue out. She can't say anything.
Yeah.
Right? So then that's when I put my whole hand in her jaw, in her mouth.
From backwards,
and just start wiggling. And then I just start breaking. I don't want to rip it off because I don't want her to die yet.
Just like massive TMJ. Like
that noise. Cracky.
Yeah.
And then I just wiggle, and then that final crack. So now it's just swinging open.
Oh, and just gaping.
What am I listening to?
Weird. Gaping.
Ready to be blasted in.
Ready to be blasted.
Whoa.
So then I would lay her down on the couch. Very uncomfortable.
We're still going.
Something very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Hard
Futon.
surface. Futon.
Not good.
Bed bugs. I would just
all
make
day.
it real gross. Then I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I guess I would rip off every single fingernail,
Like
like
pliers.
one by one. No, with my fingers.
Okay.
Like,
You must have some, like, grip.
Like keep going. Use my teeth. Like it's a beer bottle.
All
And then like
right.
after I've gotten all the fingernails off,
Okay.
Oof.
I would start chewing on them. I would start chewing on because you know when your fingernail comes off after you like slam it in a door and you touch that skin, it's so tender.
Oh, I'm a nail biter girl.
Oh,
These are pressed
so
on this morning,
tender.
please.
Now imagine that tender
Why
finger
tender?
with my fucking big teeth chomping on them.
Ouch.
All
That's
right,
a lot of
All
Dude,
right,
you almost made it to
okay.
the end.
Okay, now
nerve endings right there.
obviously he is describing a dream he had, and we can't really. I mean, if we start
It's
holding
it's like it
people
starts
accountable
off
for their
kind of base. You're like,
if-
all right, whatever,
if-
and then it just
yeah,
goes
oh.
on and on and
Yeah,
on, and
right?
you're just
If
like,
we-
what am I listening
Yeah,
to?
what I was trying to say is, if we hold people accountable for their dreams, like that's kind of fucked up. But at the same time, like
Bro.
having a dream is kind of reflective of your mood at the time, and the fact that he was even thinking that shit, I don't know. Like, I don't think I would dream of that, but
Well, okay. Obviously, you can't
I don't
control your
know.
dreams. You can't control your dreams, but at the same time, who shares that in a podcast to hundreds of thousands of people?
yeah, that too.
What is this? And
It's
also,
like-
this is June 2016, by the way. I looked it up, and
2016.
Was that
Yeah.
was that a Tanamonga?
And that was in response to someone who called him racist for the blackface stuff. So in a sense, that's like how vehemently he wanted to defend the blackface stuff, to where he was thinking of like torturing this girl in his dreams, by the way, in his dreams.
okay,
But,
and
like,
again, in the beginning of this clip, he said that this is about someone who's always called me racist, and so he's essentially saying he feels so strongly that he's not racist, that he's making somebody say, you say racist stuff because I'm not that, and then he like tortures them for that. So that just goes on to show how delusional, how he lives in a bubble.
Yeah, that's
so
kinda
he was
strange.
okay. It's basically like indicating that he was okay with like the blackface stuff back in 2016, which is
Well, you gotta
2016
remember-
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but here's the
lad.
deal. 2016 was when everybody was making the BuzzFeed videos and fuck SJWs. And Francesca Ramsey,
Yeah.
as far as I remember, she was like a big target of a lot of anti-SJW channels. I think Worski did a ton of videos
Oh,
for her,
yeah.
Sargon, you know. She was definitely like a bit of a lolcow for those people back in the day. And
thing
Shane
is, you
was
watch
more...
her now, and it doesn't sound so low-cow. It's kind of interesting. She was ahead of her time.
really? Blue-pilled Edwin over here with them.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in the middle here. I'm trying to moderate.
Yeah.
I don't even like.
I've never
I don't
seen one of
even
her
know this
videos
girl.
before. I've never seen
Yeah,
her videos,
yeah, I don't
but I
know
do
this
know.
girl,
I do
so
know
I don't
who
know
she
if
is.
She was crazy SJW. I have no idea.
I mean, I saw the video she made about him, and like watching both, it's like, dude, Shane Dawson is on a different spectrum because it doesn't add up. You know, you see this video and then you hear that. What is it? Who is Shane Dawson?
Yeah, how do you change in 4 years from I am so confident I'm not racist that I'm like dreaming of like
Edwin
torturing this
Lowe.
person calling me racist and talking about it on a podcast, to oh, that was so unbelievably racist. I don't even know that person. I hate that person.
Yeah.
Like, how do you like? That's like a very large shift for 4 years.
It's one of these, you know, it's exactly what we saw with H3. You know, he's shifting with the times or whatever. You know, back then it was cool to bash people like Francesca Ramsey. Nowadays, it's a lot more unpopular.
I feel like the shift that Shane had versus Ethan is it's much more severe with Shane. I mean,
I'd say so.
yeah.
Besides
Ooh.
teeth and eyes.
Oh, I'm still playing the other crusty
Yeah, don't
clip.
play that one, okay?
About her. And I can say, if I had a Bible, I would put my hand on it. I can say, without a doubt, hand on a Bible, that was not about Francesca Lee. That was about another woman. Not that it makes it okay.
Okay, well, I guess our criticism about him defending... Well, he was talking about racism, and I'm guessing that person was talking about
because it doesn't
his
talk
blackface, so I guess all the criticism
Let's keep
applies
going.
still.
about anybody like that is crazy, especially a woman. But it was about a white woman, and the ironic
But she was white, though!
part is
That makes
woman
it
was just
okay?
trying to get through to me too. Like she was just trying to.
She was
explain
white!
to me.
Is he wait? Is he saying black people are more important than white people then?
No.
Like, oh,
He's-
it's a white, so it's,
He's saying that a white woman was trying to tell him that he's racist, and he didn't want to hear it. So He was
why what I was
amplifying
making
and dream of
on the
torturing.
internet.
Oh, so he wouldn't dream of torturing a black person. Only.
No, guys, don't think that.
It was at a time when I was making a movie, and I was constantly on the defensive. I felt attacked all the time, which is stupid. I shouldn't have felt like that. And it got so bad that, I don't know, it almost made me want to make the jokes crazier, to make everything crazier, almost like as a, screw you, I'm just going to make it crazier. And that's one reason it's hard for me to watch that movie, because I would never make a movie like that now. Ever in my whole life. There were so many offensive jokes in it that were so cheap and shitty and stupid. And there was a woman involved.
You know what?
Constantly.
I think it's time for me to replace old Shane Dawson. What do you guys say? All right, Augie RFC TV coming to you guys soon. there is a mark. All them videos got taken off the list, like 160 million views worth of videos. So I think I need to recreate some of this lost golden content myself. We need to fill in the void. You guys think this is a good idea? Of course you do.
You got a cat?
Giving me criticism and telling me that I needed to stop making so many offensive jokes. And the reason I was so upset wasn't just because of that. There's so many other reasons. I mean, this person really tried to, I don't know, there was a lot. They tried to ruin.
What I need the Dead Sea mud real quick. Whatever the shit H3 was putting on.
My relationship, it was a lot. I had a lot of anger for this person. So that anger is gone, by the way. It's all gone. And I'm so sorry to her. And I'm sorry to Francesca. And I should have never talked about anybody like that ever. And that's the other thing. The podcast, I mean, there's so many clips that people are bringing up. So there's a clip that has been going around.
It always on the podcast, dude.
And they cut out all the parts where I said, pedophilia is disgusting. And they put it together, and it made it seem like I was...
Okay, he's talking about Pop Blast. We've already kind of debunked. I talked about this on my video, so...
talking about how it's normal.
Boy, he's really saving the best for last with this one. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, damn it, Shane. Now we're into juicier territory over here, but we're still not. I need some answers for some of these clips.
It's bad when blackface is the first thing and it's the least juicy. Yeah, blackface is nothing.
Jesus.
To these.
What's gonna be juicy, Jeffree Star?
That'd be kind of juicy.
I don't think he will.
How about the clip where he's talking to his 12-year-old cousin, or the song that he made? Yeah.
Oh yeah, like where he was shoving like dick cookies down a kid's throat or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too. Jesus Christ.
That was so weird, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. Everyone's like lost in the sauce,
or pretending to jerk off in front of like the whip your hair back and forth.
Oh yeah,
girl.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
And he had tweeted that I love my job. I love vlogging. I forgot the tweet, but.
Well, I saw one old Facebook post from him in 2011 where he he took a picture next to a kid. He's like, I love this kid very much, and then he was like, yes, I am a pedophile. So I mean, we want to go down the list. There's like 5 different things we just talked about off the top of our head.
Dude, how is this list so long and he's so untouchable?
Dude, oh my god, dude. He's racist, he likes kids, he likes animals. Damn, he likes money.
I mean, I don't know. Like, you guys are saying that he's hateful and bigoted. He likes a large demographic of groups here. I don't know why you guys...
He loves everyone.
I just sent you a tweet that is still up, Augie. I don't know if you want to put it on screen, but it's still up right now.
Oh my god. Wait, let me...
I don't know why it exists, bro. I'm scared.
Oh, I definitely am throwing this one up. Hold on. Daily vlog is my new favorite thing. I just got my 12-year-old cousin... this is a verified account. It's real.
A blowjob to a cocktail.
Why does it exist, bro? Why
does it exist? All right.
Dude, 8 years ago, who the fuck said this? Nobody.
That's 2020. That's not even like haha.
That's the same year the clip came out, though, right?
Dude, that's not even like haha 2005 edgy humor lol or whatever. This is like 2012 was a while ago, but like it wasn't like that.
Dude,
far back in terms. I don't think that would be fine at any point in time.
Devil's advocate with me so hard. Devil's advocate. What other comedian do you know that plays into this kind of humor? I can't.
Oh, I can't think of any who plays into like the pedophilia humor this hard. Like,
this hard.
Holy shit.
This is a roster, dude.
I think Hillman and Chris D'Elia should start a podcast.
Oh, Chris D'Elia, you're right. That's one that comes to mind. Look how well it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Turned out to be.
I just love that clip where he's talking about, like, why do you guys think that there's pedo rings in Hollywood? No, there isn't. You guys are... And he just goes on and on and on. He's, like, really just defending Hollywood, and then it shows, like, the clip where it's just, like, all the allegations. That's a whole other story, though, but it's just funny shit. Yeah, everyone's getting Me Too'd. Everyone on Twitch, comedians, YouTubers, everyone.
So gross. I would never say that. But also... I shouldn't have been joking about it anyways, which is my problem, my fault. So I'm sorry if you heard that. There's also other ones too. I mean, and that's something I have addressed before, but my childhood, my past, I've had a lot of pain. I've had a lot of bad things happen to me. I've had a lot of issues with my family. And I took that pain and I turned it into jokes. And I think instead of joking about them so much, I probably should have just went to therapy earlier and talked about them. I swear on my life, I am not somebody who would ever talk about a child, like in seriousness. I would never talk about a child in any way that was inappropriate. That is disgusting. That is gross. It is not something I would ever do. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny or like, oh my God, my child molester character or whatever. It's all gross. And I promise that is not real. That is not me. Have I done sketches where kids were saying crazy things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Even I saw a vlog.
But did you get your cousin to blowjob the cocktail wiener?
Oh, okay, alright.
Daily vlog is not a sketch either. So
yeah. I don't know, man. That should. I actually get disgusted when I watch some clips. I mean, I'm pretty desensitized to most shit on the internet, but watching those clips was just like, yeah. By the way, since we're paused, I just got word, Andy Worski has been banned off YouTube. His entire channel was just terminated. He made a Twitter video, but obviously I can't watch it while I'm doing the show, but I did see he posted something, so... Too many
N-word towers in chat.
Oh, it was N towers. He never said the actual word. This is bullshit, by the way. Whatever's going on, just thought I'd point that out. We might take a look at that in a second once we're done with Shane, but yeah, Worski banned.
I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time, and we were, I was doing the birds and the bees talk. Dumb, gross shit. And I remember a few years ago, I reached out to...
Oh, we see Nick wants... Jim wants in. Let me
oh
bring...
no, Nick's gonna derail and turn it to a completely different topic that we're going for like 2 hours. About... Let's go. Guys, did you hear that the Big Mouth character,
Yeah.
Wait, you guys seriously don't have your favorite pedophile joke?
Huh?
You have no favorite joke involving pedophilia?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
You guys are talking about the humor thing. Dude, you want to know what my favorite pedophile joke is?
Yeah, alright, tell us.
Did anybody watch David Chappelle's Sticks and Stones?
I think you showed this to me before.
Okay, go on.
That's my favorite pedophile joke. I'm not even joking. He put it.
None of us are.
Like,
well, at least I'm not saying. That you can't make jokes about pedophilia, but I mean,
yeah, that's different.
When there's videos of them with kids and talking about sex.
Oh no, I think
like,
Shane is a complete degenerate. I'm like, no, but you can joke. There are tastes.
Yeah, I never said you. I never said you couldn't.
I was just saying like. Is there any comedian who like makes those jokes like to the extent that Shane did in the context?
Well,
I
mean,
to be fair, there probably are.
What fucking David Chappelle said is he's like, yo, listen, I know a lot of you guys in the audience have been molested, but it wasn't no fucking Michael Jackson now.
Yeah. No, okay. See, but that's the thing. You should be able to defend a joke. So can you defend that tweet from Shane Dawson where he said, I love vlogging because I can give...
No. The worst part about the joke, it's not even just like a random 12-year-old, it's family, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's fun. Oh, no, I'm not.
I think like, the worst part is that it's not funny. It doesn't even like.
Well, here's the deal. Like, I could like make a pedophile joke, but if it was like a joke about like my my cousin or something like that, like how I'd be far too sick with myself to ever post anything like that.
That's true, and we also don't know if Michael Jackson did it.
Well, we know that those guys are lying.
Nick, do you have an update on the Michael Jackson story?
Joke. The second part of the joke was that, like, and you're telling me that if Michael Jackson was a pedophile, why wouldn't he go for Macaulay Culkin? If I was a pedophile, you know what I mean? Oh, shit, I can't fucking retell
Dude, he went really hard on that story. He's like, so people came after me and said that Chris Brown beat up Rihanna, and my first response was, well, what did she do?
Oh, yeah, that was... Woo!
Yo, he said some fucked up shit.
He's just asking, Nick, in fairness, he's just asking questions.
Oh my God.
I think
you know about that, Nick.
But that was a great fucking thing. And like, not only did he like go in depth with the whole pedophile thing, he like said it from the kid's perspective.
Right.
He's like,
yeah,
I just got molested by Michael Jackson. It's only up from here.
Goddamn.
But the thing is, like, with Shane's jokes, it's like Shane's jokes is just, hey, it's pedophilia, guys, laugh. Meanwhile,
yeah,
those
but
other
that
jokes
could
have
just
more
be because
context.
Shane's not funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
It's like
yeah.
it's one thing
It's
to make a
like-
pedophile joke. It's another thing to make a pedophile joke and it not be funny.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Yo,
what's the
if
point?
that doesn't
What's
land.
You know what
point
the
of
thing-
going to the edge if you're not gonna like, if
Dude.
there's gonna be no redeeming quality?
Humor can save your ass on so many situations, right? And the thing with Shane that, you know, hurts him in this is that none of the jokes are like clever. They're not funny.
Yeah, it's literally him just like
It's just shock value.
pretending to masturbate in front of like a child
Shock.
poster.
I was
don't know.
in defense of shock value. It can be funny, but not in this case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, much of South Park is shock value.
Well, I
but,
mean,
like,
I
think
love
a lot
shock.
of these are
No,
really-
I love shock value. But if you have only shock value as a catalyst for your joke, it can still be funny. But most of the time, it will just land flat as if there's no other component to aid your joke.
Yeah.
Well, Augie, to be fair to you and everybody else in this situation, I find this hilarious. Not for the reasons that the jokes are funny. I just enjoy watching everything. Shane's joke's got a second lease on life because now I get to watch him get canceled.
Dude, I know. Do you know how many fucking cat cum jokes I've made about fucking Shane, dude? That's
Dude, I have an
fucking
account
hilarious,
dedicated to his pet, and I keep tweeting things from it. Hold on, where's
Damn.
what I put out
from the
today?
perspective of the cat, yeah.
Yeah, from the perspective of the cat, like as the story progresses.
It's only uphill
I
from
tweeted,
here.
he made me watch Kero the Wolf fuck our dead dog. I tweeted that today. I tweeted he did weird shit on Omegle, and I tweeted the original twit longer. But no, it's been fun tweeting as Shane's cat and getting a bunch of likes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This this situation right here, though. Wait, does every YouTuber just have like a timer on them? They're like, ah, shit, After Hours is on. Let me just bury myself, you know?
Yeah.
Time to upload.
Oh
for
god,
Augie.
3 a.m. Time to do blackface.
Let's keep going. We got 8 more minutes of this bullshit and then aftermath.
To her mom, my aunt, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
And also 2 other stories in the headline that we have to get to.
I can't believe I did this. Like, this is insane. I can't believe I talked to, my cousin like that. And, she was like, oh my God, we know. It's okay. It was funny. Like, we all thought it was funny. Like, that's just how our family is. So I kind of took that as like, okay,
weird
well, then I
family
don't need to
dynamic.
apologize for it. But I do. Because I posted it on the internet for everyone. Not just my family. I posted like a stupid, weird family moment for everyone. I'm so sorry that I just was so thoughtless with things I was posting for so many years. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I thought, oh, I'm in a weird category where I can say whatever I want. And I did. And now it's the biggest regret of my entire life. All of it. Now, even though my apologies in the past for all of these things have not been good enough, they've not been thought out, they've been very fear-based, they've been not good at all. I do want to say, since I've apologized for those things in the past, I have made a lot of changes in my life. Changes in just every facet of me has changed. I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying, oh, I'm going to stop doing that, guys. I did stop doing that. I stopped doing that stuff years ago. I don't use any racial slurs in my life. I've never used a racial slur in anger, ever in my life. That is not me. That has never been me. I am not a hateful person. I am somebody who took jokes too far and was really, really, really stupid and inappropriate. So
I'm not a hateful person.
guys.
I'm not a hateful person. Cut to the fucking clip where he talks about like ripping out this girl's tongue.
I mean, damn.
Also, congrats, Shane Dawson, on not doing blackface in the last couple of years, man.
Bro, he's on
it
an...
all week.
He's like
There's a medal for that. We
Dude,
should
he hasn't
reward
said
him.
the N-word publicly in a really long time, man.
You go to like Blackface Anonymous.
if you
got treatment for that.
Thank you. If you don't, I 100% understand because there was a lot. And a lot of that is stuff that you probably will never forgive me for.
Shane Dawson, how many times have you been to the Dead Sea?
And maybe you didn't know about all those old videos. I 100% understand. I'm willing to lose everything. At this point, realizing how many people I've hurt or how many people I've inspired to say awful things or do anything awful, like to finally just own up to all of this and be accountable is worth losing everything to me. And I am not saying that as like a lie or for sympathy. I'm being honest. I want to spend the rest of my life doing things that I love with my heart, that I'm excited about, and things that aren't hurting anyone, aren't offending anyone, and I want to learn more. And I don't want to be someone who's afraid of my past. So thank you for hearing me out on all of those issues. I promise I'm going to do better to even more so educate myself, put more people on my channel that aren't just white YouTubers in trouble. Like that, I'm totally aware of how that
Oh my
looks.
god.
You made that video!
That.
I made a video about that.
Wait, so I'm excited for Shane's next apology video in a couple of years when he apologized for the humble pie comment and all the stuff against James Charles. Because he didn't address that at all. And like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure like, you know, he said he doesn't want to do anything offensive. It's pretty offensive to me that he would compare sexual allegation to humble pie, but I don't know. maybe that's for the 2021 apology video.
We got 5 minutes. We
got 5 more minutes left of this.
It sounded pretty conclusive, so I was worried about it. Got 5 minutes.
A couple years ago, and I got really defensive over it. And now I'm looking back going, no, they're right. They're right. If you look at my channel, it's a bunch of white people and talking about their problems. And I love a lot of those videos, and I'm so proud of those videos. But you're
Do you love white people?
right. I need to open up what I'm doing for everyone. So last week I went on Twitter, and it had been about 2 weeks of me getting people constantly saying, address it, address it, address it, talking about the James and
here we
Taki
go.
situation. I was just going to ignore it. And then when I started hearing, oh, Shane masterminded the whole thing, it didn't sit well with me because it's not true. So when I finally addressed it, I wrote this Twitter note, which was such a mistake. I wrote it I had a restock for the conspiracy collection, and I woke up and I felt really weird. Like, we had been pushing the restock for so long that we finally had to do it. And when I woke up and it was out, I just felt so weird. I felt so guilty. I didn't want to I couldn't enjoy it. I didn't want to enjoy this restock when there's something that I haven't addressed that people are really, really upset at me for. So I sat down and I wrote that essay, which I wrote it to be funny. It didn't come across that way. It came across very angry. Which it was, but it was also supposed to be funny. It just was a huge miss in every single way. So the part of the Twitter note that I regret more than anything in my life
I thought he wasn't
was the
an
part
angry
where
person.
I said that James deserved a slice of humble pie over the entire state building. I only want to talk about this situation with love because I feel like that note had so much anger in it. It was just not good. And so I'm going to come at this situation by first apologizing. I'm sorry, James. I'm really sorry. First of all, nobody deserves what happened. Nobody. The whole internet ganging up on someone. Nobody deserved that. And who am I to say that somebody needs to be humbled? Me. Like, who am I to say that? I literally have put so much hate onto the internet.
Walk it
over
back.
my last 15 years of YouTube work.
Also, I like how he says nobody, if you could pause, I like how he says nobody deserves all the hate he got, or all the hate he got, but it's about the sexual assault allegations. It's not necessarily... Well,
I think if I were James Charles, I'd be more concerned with my reputation and my, career completely destroyed rather than the internet hate that I was getting, although that might be a part of it too.
No. Shane is focusing on the amount when I think what's more important is what was actually said.
Yeah, because YouTubers all numbers and no substance.
Lost, no subs from the situation, but people still thought he was, a sexual predator. It's still pretty bad, even if, less people are talking about it or whatever. It's more about what was said rather than the amount.
Yeah.
So much shit. And I'm sitting here well, because I changed and because I'm nice and this and that, you need to be humbled. It's that sucks. I hate that. That was so immature and gross, and I'm so sorry. And I know a lot of people were saying that, well, why did you say you're leaving the beauty community? You were never in it. And you're right. I don't know why I said that. That was stupid. I was never in the beauty world because a lot of the beauty people that I watch, and I'm not just saying that, I think a lot of
Talk
people
about the
think I'm
kid.
lying when I say I really love the makeup world and I'm really invested in it. I'm not lying. For the last year, I've been watching beauty channels every day. My whole homepage is just beauty channels, and it's smaller ones. So to know that I hurt those people who aren't problematic and who just love makeup and who have been working their ass off for years, for me to shit on that, I am so sorry. Also, I'm aware of how hypocritical it is for me to say I'm above this tea and drama channels and drama, and I'm not like that, and that is so stupid. It's so dumb. At that moment, I was so upset with certain things. It was just me being upset. And it is hypocritical. I mean, I watch drama videos, but when it's about me, oh, now it's a problem. And I'm aware of how hypocritical that is, and I'm so sorry. This is a huge one. I'm aware that I hold my friends or people I care about to a lower standard than I hold other people. That's wrong, and I'm so sorry. I think I get attached to people who have a heart, and maybe it's covered in a lot of stuff and maybe they have a lot of issues, but I almost feel like I am attracted to other broken people who have issues, and I want to help them. I want to fix them. I want to help people see a better side of them. And I'm aware that I'm friends with some people that, you know, have done some bad things on the internet, and I don't condone it and I don't co-sign it, and that is something that I've always addressed with them privately. I'm ready to own up to this stuff, and I'm ready to hopefully show you guys that it's okay to admit when you're wrong. It's okay to be upset.
Man, I'm
at
sick of
your
this.
past self
We got a minute
for making
left.
Mistakes. But also it's okay if people don't want to accept your apology, or if people don't want to support you anymore. That's okay too. And I understand. If you watching this video right now feel that way, please, I don't ever want you to feel like I'm forcing you to forgive me. That is not what I want to do. And I promise that I'm going to show you through my actions. And I promise that whatever I do next will be putting good into the world. And it won't be putting hate or drama or anything negative. And I'm going to stick by that. So thank you for watching this. If you watched the whole thing, thank you so much. And I hope that you learned some lessons from me, especially if you're young. I hope you learned a lot of lessons from everything.
Nope, fuck it. I'm going out and doing blackface right now. I'm joking.
All right. I think it's pretty telling that Shane had to completely apologize, not just apologize slightly, but completely go back on something he said less than a week ago. Do you really think he's the best person in the world who's fucking changed and, completely isn't that person he sees?
He really tried to do a Jenna Marbles in this one.
It literally happened a week ago. I don't.
Yeah, he tried to do a Jenna Marbles in this one.
Actually, him reflecting, or not even reflecting, someone yo, you can't do that shit. Because on Twitter, he was very obviously saying, I can't deal with this with my mental health, so he deleted the post. That's a different reason than what he just said right here. Why didn't he address that? Why didn't he address
he used the mental health card.
Yeah, he's like, I have too much anxiety for this. I get sick, and now he didn't mention any of that here. So why is he doing so many narratives? It's just confusing,
Now, what do you guys say we revisit this video right here, which is
I don't know what it is, but I guess we'll see it.
Someone in chat says, "Shut up, Boblax. He changed from 10 hours ago." Yeah,
he's a different person.
He hates the person he was 10 hours ago. He doesn't recognize the person he was 10 hours ago when he was putting on.
It's a different entity. Boblax, a different being.
Yep.
All right, buckle up, Edwin. Oh.
Shane Dawson has always been a weird, entitled fuck. Okay. Footage where he behaves like a total creep has reemerged. On one instance, he feeds a kid a penis-shaped cookie.
Okay.
To come to my house and visit me, I'd let you play with Barbies and then we'd bake cookies.
The whole video is just a weird pedophile fantasy. Oh god.
And then you came over. I was the one that turned you gay. The one that turned you gay.
Whoa.
The why.
Whoa.
The why.
Whoa. Whoa.
The why.
Okay.
The one that turned you gay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asking minors to shake that ass.
Keep in mind, he was supporting Jeffree Star for what supposedly James Charles did. Christ. I mean, the
know
accusation against James Charles is that he was predatory because he was taking advantage of his power and trying to pursue straight guys, right? That was why he was a predator. And okay, just bring it back to perspective here. Oh my god.
You know what I what I wonder genuinely is like, because this is obviously an old video. I mean, you can see the footage looks like it was taken in like the 90s or whatever. I'm sure it's like, 2010, maybe earlier than that even.
No.
But here's the thing, right? Like, it's an old video, obviously. Do YouTubers just like forget like the shit that they make? Like, do you think when Shane Dawson saw this shit resurface, he was like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot about that"? Or like, because I'm sitting here thinking like, how do you forget about something like this? Like you forgot you put this one up.
2011. Also, I don't want to look too deep into it, but I see like a psychological thing. I see it as like a way that, and I'm thinking back on the video about his cousin. I think it's sort of like corruption. I want to corrupt. I want to corrupt this. My cousin, so I want to be the one that teaches you about sexual education for some weird reason and doing it the raunchy way. And maybe he's relating this music video and how he started experimenting with or looking at gay stuff from a young age, and so he's projecting that onto this young child, right? He's the actor. He's like, okay, so this is me, and he put that strange fantasy. I don't know how else you could call it if it's not a fantasy, right? So I think it's like a weird power thing.
Apparently, like, the defense that people have talked about for this video is that it is like self-deprecating of like Shane Dawson, but the whole thing's obviously like a comedy video, but he has like a child actor involved in this. I mean, this is just not an appropriate situation for a kid to be in. And I mean, like the cookie thing, that is just no. Here's another clip where he's talking to... Now, Memology writes that this girl is a minor. She looks pretty young to me. I don't know if she is a minor.
Well, he can't verify the age on Omegle. It's like random, so it could be a minor, could not be. But the fact that he would even do it to someone who isn't could potentially be a minor.
There are 4 clips in this video.
She's probably a minor, but yeah.
This clip looks bad. This video looks bad. There are 4 clips in this. This is probably the least bad looking clip.
Yeah. I love you too. Can you twerk for us? I know twerking is insane.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh, I love you too. Now shut up and twerk. Maybe she can't hear us. Give it.
Okay.
Twerk.
Why does he want her to twerk that badly?
Here we go. She's moving front and center. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Now tell her to show herself.
Stop it, Shane Lee.
Love you.
She's wearing what like middle schoolers / high schoolers wore when I went to school, dude. Like those Sophie.
Yeah, that's a minor.
Sophie shorts. What are they? Like, come on, dude.
Even if it isn't, like, it's still weird.
That's his mom. Regardless. I didn't know who this. Yeah, I didn't know who this was in the clip earlier. My comments told me, and my chat's telling me right now, that's his mom.
Yeah, it is.
Shane's mom.
And listen to this clip right here, this audio bit.
Yeah, now tell her to show herself.
Stop it, Shane Lee.
Yes, stop it, Shane Lee. Right? Okay, no, but I want you to pay attention to that. That's what I mean by the whole power thing, because even if you go back and rewatch that one clip with his 12-year-old cousin, there's also an instance in which his then girlfriend, Lisa, was like, oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. So, like, at the epicenter of it all, there's always Shane Dawson kind of encouraging this behavior, and I think that the why I say the whole power thing is because he was the one bringing in the dollars, so like they're like, okay, I think that people figured, well, if Shane Dawson's doing it, I guess it's appropriate. He's getting away with it. He's making money. He knows what he's doing. It was his vlog. It was his thing,
Yeah.
That might be a little deep, but...
Here's another instance where he pretends to masturbate to the picture of a minor.
Oh, yeah, that's the one we were talking about with the whip your hair.
Oh, Willow. Oh, I'll whip your hair back and forth. Oh.
All right.
That's not funny. I don't know.
Here's this clip. This is gonna be a tough sit through. It's only 2 minutes, but still.
Wait, Lucy, let's get real.
That's so embarrassing.
We want to know. We have a question.
What is it? Very important question. And you don't need to feel shy about it.
No, you really...
It's natural.
It's natural. Is there anybody around? No?
It's natural for a girl at your age.
Yeah. So we want to talk to you. We want to explain what sex is to you. We did get really quiet.
Oh, where's the other peep? We should probably explain.
We'll use peeps. Okay, well, one peep and then we'll use you.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll just pretend like that's, I mean, that works.
Lucy, this happens.
See, oh.
Oh.
And then you're so happy when you're an adult. I can't believe I'm endorsing this. Look what you've turned me into.
So Lucy, does that make sense?
Can you reenact it for us?
But Lucy, listen, you should be in love and you should preferably be married and hopefully not have any kids.
Okay.
And you should definitely be over the age of like 24, 25.
And he should put a ring on it.
And he should put a
ring on it.
dick ring on it. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't know what that is. You shouldn't know what that is. Okay. Now, are you on your period right now?
What?
I'm trying to get answers.
No. How old are you?
I'm not gonna give you anything.
So close.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
She's on her period,
feels very.
right?
What?
Are you? No, you're not on your period. You bleed.
No.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm sorry. There's a bit more to it, but yeah, that's
kind of cringe.
That's
right. I think of my niece that's 10 years old. I can't imagine me saying this to her. I don't know where the defense is. I really struggle.
I mean, he didn't address it in his video, so apparently there is no defense. I don't know. Or maybe did he? I don't know.
He'd
He was
prefer
talking about,
people
like,
not
cousin.
see that
I don't
one.
know what specifically he was referencing. Was he referencing that?
See, that's the issue. If he was brave enough to actually play the clips and then respond, that video would not turn out the same. But I feel like people might give him a pass because, of course, he's Shane Dawson.
I feel like his core audience will give him a pass, not like the drama community.
Hey guys, in the chat, 900 you download. Here's the link to this video. Download this memeology clip because I got a strange feeling that there could be a chance that this goes down. So we have it archived in this channel now. Go grab yourself a copy of this, just in case, because Shane didn't talk about that clip right there, which I think that was what I wanted to see him try and defend. I think it actually speaks louder. Like, it's one of those cases where the silence is louder than words in a way, because what could he say? Surely he's seen this. There's no way he hasn't seen this. I mean, this is from a Twitter thing that Primic had actually tweeted. That was like blowing up on Twitter. He's seen the clip, and he chose not to address this.
Well, he might have addressed it, but he didn't address it directly because he was saying stuff about his cousin, and I don't know if it was that video or if it was something else. I'm not too sure. Obviously, he didn't show any clips in the video, so we just don't know. But yeah, it could have been that tweet. It could have been
think that's why look, you can shit any apology you can rip apart, but I think that the reason why I really did not resonate with that Shane thing is he hides the clips. He hides what people are talking. Every apology, it's always the biggest red flag to me when you don't just show the material. I'll see people apologize all the time, and I'm like, wait, well, can I see the content? I don't know what you're talking about. And it's just why aren't you just showing it?
Because it's like Bobo said, his core audience might not know exactly. We see more than they do, and that's actually why I really like Jenna Marbles, because she straight up showed what she was being, essentially gets canceled.
Yeah, she literally showed it.
Yeah.
But he's got too much to show.
Yeah. True. There's just... Yeah, I've already explained the difference between the Shane and the Jenna apology, and they're complete polar opposites in terms of being held accountable and stuff, and the egregiousness of the actions, of course. I don't really think Jenna should get much shit or any shit for what she said in the past, yet she takes responsibility fully. So
and that's the thing too, because Shane Dawson literally said he was taking a break from social media after that statement, and then I don't know, I'm getting a lot of I'm struggling.
It feels like he's scrambling rather than actually
I feel like I don't know. I can't get a genuine vibe from him anymore. I feel like he's just lied so much and so much. It's just strange.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on from the Shane story. We're gonna talk about a little bit about Twitch because I had that on the menu. Then we're gonna we'll cap it off with showing some clips of Nick's fight with Onision. I don't know if I'll play the whole thing. I definitely want to play the ending part and definitely talk about it at least. But stick around.
I want to talk about like a particular part that Nick showed on. He actually clipped it for his Twitter. It's like the 2-minute part where Onision says some damning stuff. So I kind of want to talk about that. If we don't have enough time, we should.
Yeah, I think we'll for that. Yeah. Anyway, here's the deal. All right. Stick around for the show. We got 2 major topics we want to discuss. We're about hour 45 in. We're definitely going over the 2-hour mark on this one, boys. I think we'll cap it off at around 2.5 if we can do that. Because here's the deal. I'm going on the kill stream after this show. And I want to make sure we don't get too crazy. So far, the main crazy event, like every time I go live, somebody's like, oh, let me just implode right now, just so Augie can sit on his ass for 6 hours and cover it, you know? But it looks like that happened tonight, and we covered this pretty well, I think. I think this is pretty good. So let me
But did he come on his cat, dude?
Yeah, he did. Let's just be honest. He did.
Alright.
There's no analysis that's gonna be given there. He just did. Trust me on this one, guys. Trust me.
Soaked.
Oh, Bo Blacks. It's nasty. Just disgusting.
The whole thing was
disgusting. Disgusting. Alright, real quick. Sources from Slasher on Twitter says Dr. Disrespect has been permanently banned from Twitch. And the sources also say that it's not a DMCA. Now, I had seen a tweet that I forgot to put in my docket, but hopefully it's still up because I did quote tweet it talking about Dr. Disrespect, and of course that shit got taken down. It was some fucking Twitch streamer basically saying that Dr. Disrespect, like, they know why he got banned on Twitch permanently, and they can't say why.
I think Team has a screenshot of it on his Twitter.
Okay, we'll go there. Of course, the one tweet I forget to put in the docket, somebody deletes. Yeah, there we go.
Always screenshot. All right. Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Shannon Z Killer. From my own sources, Doc is indeed done. Not just on Twitch. I know why. I cannot say, but this is serious. Now,
did he do blackface?
Wednesday night when we ended our big show, we were talking about this, but Twitch starts banning streamers over sexual abuse allegations. A handful of users are already off of the service. Right now, for those of you who don't know, for those of you that don't follow the Twitch world, there's a lot of bannings going on. There's a lot, people are just getting cut off completely. If you follow the account on Twitter that, you know, tweets out every time somebody gets banned, it's just been going nuts. And we can see here in this article right here. In response to an outpouring of sexual assault and abuse allegations involving talent and management firms, Twitch has started rolling out permanent bans, the company announced Wednesday night. Quote, "We've prioritized the most severe cases and will begin issuing permanent suspensions in line with our findings immediately," Twitch said in a blog post, stating that it is still in the process of investigating some allegations. In many of the cases, the alleged incidents took place off Twitch, and we need more information to make a determination. The live streaming company also promised to develop better tools to deal with harassment, rework its associated policies, and create better detection tools for offensive usernames and chat usage. While the company did not outright name any streamers in the announcement, a Twitter account dedicated to cataloging bans from the service saw an uptick in posts that coincide with recent allegations. So far, users I Am Spoon, Bless RNG, Warwich TV, Dreaded Cone, Wolf21 have been taken off the service. The biggest live streamers accused of misconduct, Tom Syndicate, Destiny streamer Say No to Rage, have not yet faced repercussions from Twitch. Syndicate denied a recent sexual assault allegation, while Say No to Rage published an apology over his actions. And we've seen a lot of people getting banned, like the Nintendo YouTuber, and even, who was that one guy who just straight up admitted to everything? I think it was the Nintendo guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he kind of admitted to it. Purple Rodri.
Oh, Angry Joe also got hit too. Yeah, Purple Rodri. So people
he admitted that it happened, but he said it wasn't rape. So it was like kind of half admitting, but
yeah, we've seen some stuff too. Now, if I go on,
Mini Lad, Mini Lad admitted as well.
Mini Lad admitted it. Yeah, that was a big one. If, in matter of fact, if there weren't 50,000 stories taking place, I probably would have done a video on good old Mini Lad over there. Perhaps I need to start doing the daily uploads. But yeah, Syndicate is still up. Let me double check. I guess his name is Pro Syndicate. Nope. Where is it? He's still up, right? What is his damn, Pro Syndicate Twitch? Is it just Syndicate? It wasn't showing up for me. Oh, he's still there. Yep. Now, Dr. Disrespect, he is, He is gone. Yep, unavailable.
Gone, dude.
Which is pretty damn surprising. Now, I'm looking at this tweet, and I'm thinking it's like some sort of Me Too thing that's about to happen to the old doc there. We've seen him get, he got hit for cheating on his wife, which was a big controversy.
He came out with that himself, yeah.
Why did Syndicate survive?
Yeah, why? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
is it because of all that CS:GO money he got?
I don't know. The other guy, like Say No to Rage or whatever, he admitted it and he's still up. So I don't know, man.
Oh, okay, all right. I guess there's just weird shit behind the scenes.
So wait, so you're telling me that if you get caught doing some scummy shit, you just say like, yeah, I am a rapist, and then they're just like, all right, whatever.
I mean, Nicholas was telling me that, was it Hassan, like someone that works at Twitch that has his own allegations and stuff, like people that work at Twitch?
Oh, not Hassan the streamer, not Hassan Piker. There's another guy whose name is Hassan who works at Twitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Hassan Twitch. Let me look up his name. I always get them confused because it's like there's two people with the same name.
And I saw Keem saying that the CEO also has allegations. I'm like, damn, it looks like the whole company's messed up.
Twitch CEO. Let's see. Oh my god, what is this? Twitch CEO called out for ignoring abuse. Emmett Shear has downplayed accusations of abuse happening on his platform for a long time, and he's finally being called out on it. The last few days have been filled with people coming forward to report abuse from streamers and influencers on Twitch, and CEO Emmett Shear has finally been called out for allowing this to happen on his platform and his lack of action against it. Abuse allegations have been happening in other entertainment industries as well, including music, comics, television, professional wrestling. Twitch is still a prolific platform. Okay, but here's the deal, right? Like, what is he... Like, when you have a platform with that large of a user base, like, how do you like, what, like, is there stuff you're supposed to, I'm just saying, like, he's the CEO. He's not like the personal, like, rape assistant on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, what is he doing? I don't know. I will say though, like, when you look at the Twitch, like, Twitch cons or whatever, and you see all these clips, like, the guys being really weird around girls or whatever, where they're like, oh my god, and then they're like getting all creepy and stuff in front of them. It's just not surprising. I'm not saying all the allegations are real. I mean, facts over feels, guys. But, yeah, I don't know. People are coming forward with Twitch and its partners being complicit in systemic racism, homophobia, dismissal of the abuser. Yeah,
How
Twitch
the fuck can there be racism and homophobia on Twitch? That fucking platform bans if you say any of these words, but like in a non-racist context.
Yeah, I'm not, well,
it doesn't even make any sense.
And stuff, not.
I've heard Amaranth say the N-word before on stream, and she ain't taken off.
Oh yeah, she's a woman though. They don't have women get banned on that platform.
Well,
that Bag was saying, right? They like to be creepy towards them, or what?
They're adopting the Shane Dawson policy. All right, you know what? If you're white, you get banned. No, I'm joking. But Mini Lad was being asked for no reason. Mini Lad, he's one of the guys who just straight up was like, "Yep, I did it." Right?
But he's being an asshole? What did he do?
You were talking about this, remember?
No, I know what he did, but did someone say he's being an asshole about it now? Like, what? Is he being, like, rude?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is
he's
everyone on Twitch
really angry
is
that people didn't leave his privacy alone, as he said under his tweet. What did he say? He's like, yeah, I talked to some underage girls. Let's just respect everyone's privacy, guys.
Jesus.
I just found that message funny.
Well, there's your Twitch update right now. Nick, since you're here, do you want to talk about your conversation you had last night?
Bro.
Yeah?
It was a ride.
That was the last thing I had on the menu for tonight.
You know how when you, like, sometimes you're, like, playing video games while listening to something, and then you, like, remember listening to it, but you associate the game with it? I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 while listening to that, so now, like, every time I play the Eggman stages, dude, it reminds me of Onision saying that, a nude beach is... CP is like a nude beach, dude. So.
That fucking clip is just... It's so... It's polarizing, because you can, like, hear the moment where I, like, snap into reality and go, this is a debate. I thought this was a call about joking with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
He wanted to come on and
you're like laughing like ass slug that retard.
He wanted to seize that opportunity to just be like, "Oh my god, I am just on top of the world right now," and you were not gonna let him.
I don't know.
Like, one of the
why
boys.
did he think that was gonna go well? I don't know.
Well, I don't know why it wouldn't have been as bad if he didn't say that one thing about the nude beach. Like that just...
Dude, if he didn't bring up the girls at all and just dunked on Hanson, it would have been a quick dub and he would have walked away.
Yeah.
He fucked this up royally.
Help him, so that's the thing.
Text messages, dude.
Right.
This is what's happening during the time that they're saying that you're grooming her. They have your husband sending naked pictures.
What you have is something that has no context, has no explanation outside someone just saying that someone sent.
Dude, you don't need context to send naked pictures to a minor. It's not an answer, dude. I'm sorry.
Have you seen them uncensored?
Do you think that there's a fucking pasty on her nipple?
A nip slip is not. Come on, man.
Dude, what is a nip slip? Is a full fucking dude. I didn't want to bring this up. I'm not trying to fucking put you on the spot for this.
I'm confused. So you're saying that anybody who has an accidental nip slip is a fucking child predator? If someone who...
Dude, how do you have a nip slip twice in 5 minutes? One of them's down at the bottom and one of them is the nipple. I'm just saying these are two fucking screenshots that came in very rapid succession.
You're talking about someone allegedly being a predator, but you have no predatory conversation and you have a nipple slip.
This is what people are calling predatory conversation. The fact that there were pictures sent to a minor is what people claim is predatory. So when that puts it next to you as someone who lives with this person, people think that this was going a certain way. I'm explaining to you what people think.
How is that predatorial if the person winds up never having any consensual relationship with that person outside that person blackmailing them into doing anything?
Because it doesn't matter if there's blackmail if you sent naked pictures to a minor.
Right, and I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm just saying that when you have a person who is not supposed to have photos, and that when that other person finds out that they have those photos, they're told to delete it, and Sarah was told to delete it right away when it was found out that she had those. When they don't delete it and instead they leak that to the internet, that's revenge.
That's revenge porn. But that's two wrongs. Your argument's two wrongs don't make a right?
No, my argument is that someone was never supposed to have something in the first place. You're trying to make someone a predator when they never ever would ever send that shit to somebody with any conscious
Dude,
effort.
I think somebody's lying to you.
That nipple slip and the what was down there was not sexual. It was not.
How is a naked picture not sexual?
Have you ever been to a nude beach?
Yeah, you don't take pictures and send pictures of people at a nude beach to kids, dude.
Have you ever heard of a nude beach, Nick?
Have you ever taken your kid to a nude beach to
watch a Rated R movie, bro? You ever watched a Rated R movie as a kid? Huh, come on, man.
I'm sorry, man, but
the thing is, he kept jumping in and out between like the pictures were on the computer to like acknowledging the pictures were sent in a text message.
That's like saying, what? You've never been to a museum where they have like ancient Greek statues where they're naked? Like,
dude, he really halfway through the conversation, he couldn't fuck with me because we talked about it in private, and he didn't deny it at all whatsoever about the text message. We talked about the text message.
I remember you told me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he knew he couldn't lie to me because I would have called him out on it. So he just kind of basically admitted that they were sent to her.
Dude, what happened is she accidentally had a nip slip. She accidentally pressed the capture button on her phone. She accidentally opened it up to a minor, and then she accidentally pressed send and attached it. It's just like a bunch of slip-ups, dude.
Well,
like
later on in the stream, he's like, "What? You've never been on Instagram where your like cock is like slipping out of your pants?" It's like, no, that doesn't happen. Nobody who's done that before.
Had a little bit of a fucking nut slip there.
Yeah, who just like gets up from there?
There's a vagina showing. Did she forget she wasn't wearing pants?
Yeah.
Did it not get cold in there for a second? A little breeze.
You get up from your chair and your pants just fall off and you're not wearing any under. You're like your cock's out. You're like, sorry guys, a little slip. You know, it just happens. Yeah, it just happens. Oh, it's it's not a big of a deal. No, that never happened. That's literally you cannot tell me that once in history that something that a mistake of that magnitude has ever happened on social media. It doesn't happen. Nobody's done that. Nobody does that.
And nobody's ever like, dude, you have to look at the photo before you send it. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is her tit out in one picture, and then in the same pose, it's not out in the next picture, and now her vagina's out? Like her vagina wasn't out in the first one.
And then a re-slip did sometimes.
Dude, it just swapped. The slip transferred body parts. Like,
Dude,
what do you think? I'm some kind of fucking moron?
He needs to get like a better shirt and pants.
He needs to get.
They need a belt on that.
He needs to exit. He needs to exit.
Edwin and myself have seen the entire context of the text messages that are presented, and I can pretty much say I believe that those were sent to. You know what? I'll spill it. The argument that I had with him in private was that he's telling me that these were sent for Instagram, as one was posted on Instagram, right? Like there was one of those photos that was cropped and it was used as an Instagram post, heavily filtered. When we saw Sarah's messages, we saw there were now 2 more photos, and one of the ones that were used had been cropped and it was filtered or whatever. But those 2 other photos with a reverse image search didn't exist. So this made sense. So Onision explained to me that there was a like they were on like FaceTime or something, and they were going over the messages and shit like that. Like for which one to put on Instagram, and then she just fucking sent her nudes.
Yeah, that just that.
Yeah.
Edwin, is that not a similar conversation to what we had?
Which tit should I put on Instagram, kiddo?
That's why I said
similar to what Sarah said.
That's why I said he corroborated the story, because yes, that is the story that I was given.
I wasn't gonna say Sarah's story, but now that he's fucking confirmed this is the case, I'm gonna just be honest with everybody. Yeah, Onision corroborated the story that you told me about Sarah. Yeah.
Okay. So just for the record, so everyone is listening, that's what Sarah told me, and Onision said it off the record to Nick, and now he's changing the story in 2 different ways, because let it be known that in his own videos, he sold the story that Sarah had these pictures on her laptop that she wasn't supposed to have. So in his original story, they were never texted to her. So he's the one switching the story.
He realized halfway through, I didn't play the whole clip, because at some point he realized he couldn't just keep playing the computer part. And like the next clip is all about the nip slip stuff. The nip slip stuff wouldn't have mattered if it was a photo that like she had just found. You understand that? Like he wouldn't have claimed, "Ooh, the nips just slipped," unless it was in the text message context sent to Sarah. So he's confirming it in the conversation that we had as well, publicly. That's the only reason I'm explaining this now. Because I walk away from that conversation thinking he just admitted to the fact that his, I believe he actually misgendered his own fucking spouse in the interview. Like, well, not the interview, in the conversation. I'm pretty sure he
always said husband and he.
I thought one time he said, like, her.
Maybe when he said she, was referring to Sarah.
I mean, it's not really a surprise. When I had the private conversation with him when we were first talking about doing an interview, he did it several times. Like, we both recorded it on each other's ends. Like, we both got each other's permission to record ourselves because he was paranoid that I don't know what, but yeah, I have a private recorded conversation in which he calls Kai she several times. Again.
Well,
and if he wants to test it, we can both go.
Maybe he refers to her as she when it's like prior to transitioning, like, oh, that was before the transition, so he is she in that context. I don't know. Maybe he did misgender his husband. I don't fucking know. But
where is this?
Yeah, he genuinely believes, and maybe that's why I said in the thing, I think someone's lying to you, man. Because I think that, like, there's a situation here that we might not be considering where maybe she's just lied through her fucking teeth and he believes it. I mean, sorry, he's just lied through his teeth and Onision just believed it.
Let's listen to this part right here.
It's possible. I don't know.
Hiding from the truth, and that's why I'm kind of like looking at fucking people who are like, you know, fucking. I'll do an interview with you, but it's got to be recorded. Like fucking Edwin's generation. That bitch. I was talking. By the way, I fucking hate Edwin's generation. Let's just make that clear. I think he's a little pussy rat. But I was trying to talk to him. Right? He said he's gonna interview me 3 months ago or something. He's like, I'll interview in 2 weeks, and then he says like 3 months later, okay, another 2 weeks or whatever. And now he's saying in a month he'll interview me, finally live. And I'm like, what the fuck is so dysfunctional? Do you know how to use YouTube? Just fucking hit the live button. Schedule a day. Coming up live. Unless it's all about money and you gotta like promote it and do all this fucking crazy shit, or do you just want the truth to come out? And why is everybody so fucking bothered when I say do it for charity or do it demonetized? You know, like fucking Blair White wanted an interview with me, right?
Dude, Blair White's a fucking hack. I'm gonna just.
Okay, we'll cut it off there. But yeah, he did take some.
You gotta cut it off right before I defend Edwin. Jesus.
Oh, is it more with Edwin? I thought you guys diverged into a different topic.
Call Blair White a hack.
Oh yeah, I hate Blair White. I'm gonna take every fucking excuse to take a shot at Blair White, especially when I know people are gonna.
I just thought you guys were about to talk about Blair White for 3,000 years, and I just wanted.
No. We just transitioned, and then I go, say that out. Edwin is like one of the nicest fucking people in this situation. Team.
All right. I'll play the clip where you simp for Edwin. All right, let me fire.
You're in the middle of the straight up.
Yes, I called out Blair White, and she's a fucking hack. I called out Repsian, fucking hack. I called out Hansen, fucking hack. I'm right about fucking. I can't think of a person I was wrong about. I apologize for Shane Dawson, and turns out I was right about him, so I was wrong for apologizing, I guess, or whatever. But shit, people, I fucking called.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now. This isn't fair. Edwin has fucking called out a lot of fucking people who are calling you out. God, and he's held people responsible. I think he's dude.
So
I think he's
terrible to talk to. If you saw the emails between us, it's just like this guy just does not fucking get it.
Because he's responding to you. He's not just he's not telling you what you want to hear. He's giving you actual answers.
Well, no, because okay, so look at it from this perspective. I know exactly what happened, and in most every situation. I don't know what Kai. I don't know about the text conversations Kai had with anybody. I did not see it myself, so I cannot.
Yeah, he even called you out, Repsion.
So he's out here. He just admitted that he's blindfoldedly defending this conversation with Kai. He said, "I don't know what happened." So he's desperate. So now we know that part. Now when I was emailing him, he was desperately trying to fucking debate me. I'm like, dude, if you want to have the interview, we can schedule it. But like he didn't want to respond whether he wanted to do it or not. And all of a sudden he just started like yesterday, literally yesterday. He was like, why are you so fucking slow? Why can't we just fucking do it tomorrow? Jeez, just do it live, hit the button. And then 3 hours later, which is literally, and I think 30 minutes to an hour before he went live with Nicholas, he was like, also, if you want to do a live stream with me, it can only be for charity. No more rewarding drama, garbage, parasites. But I guess he was just he was just pissed. But my response to him calling me a pussy rat, I'll take you on.
Flame him, yeah. When Onision's the one who's taking shots, I don't think you gotta worry about that.
Here's the thing. Look, when I was offering him an interview, I was trying to make it fair on all sides. I was trying to offer him a platform in a fair way. And if he was to, for example, say something about Sarah, then I would be like, okay, as long as it was not too inappropriate, because he constantly brings up her sexual abuse, and I find that inappropriate, so I would not edit that in, right? I would be fair though, and. If I would have to be a judge, and of course you could argue that I would be biased, but I would put in enough that where she could respond, or if she doesn't want to respond, I would put in the video, she has no statement, or just be text statement. That was what I was going for, and I had talked to him, and we recorded the conversation, and he was cool with it. Now he's changing his mind, he wants to do it live, but I can see right now in Nicholas' conversation that he really just wants to fight. And if he wants to fight, I'll fight him, dude. I know this story from the back of my hand, and I know that he's not really, even though I wasn't there, and even though there may be flaws in his accusers, it doesn't make him any less fucked up. And I'm not scared of you.
Hell yeah, dude. Edwin, Onision, Blood Sports. Let's do it.
I don't need to curse. I don't need to resort to name calling. Hey, for the record, I hate him, pussy rat. I don't.
Light him up, Edwin.
Edwin would destroy him with facts and logic. No.
Edwin's literally like, I don't need ad hominems. I got the facts. I got the logic on my side. Mm-hmm. Easy shit. Easy win.
Yeah.
I don't need, that's so weird. Everything, in his emails, he kept categorizing with oh, you are like everybody else making money off the victims. Like, dude, you're confusing me with Shane Dawson. Okay, I mean, not Shane, so much Shane Dawson, Chris Hansen. Sorry. I've done one interview with Regina. Most of my videos are not. I'm not talking about victims. I'm talking about his fucked up actions. Go back to my videos. I talk about his fucked up actions. So if he sees himself as a victim, then he's not proven it beyond reasonable doubt at all. Way worse. And if he's a victim, then I'm not talking about him being victimized either. I'm talking about his shitty actions.
Boom. Yeah. Just like how when you were talking about Shiloh, you weren't talking about her being victimized, you were talking about her shitty actions.
Speaking of Shiloh, I'm very hard on Shiloh. Can you play the last minute of this video? Just the last minute. I just want it to be noticed that where we left off this interview. Exactly. Their flaws.
I'm listing their psychological state, which led them to be pathologically liars.
That's so nice of you, but no, that doesn't help anything. You're not giving any examples.
You're talking about framing a personality in the light that it actually is. You're okay. So you saw the cracks with Shiloh, obviously, yes.
Yeah, I obviously she was a fucking maniac to me, but that doesn't mean she's lying about everything.
Dude, she would lie about the smallest shit. There was this time when she said that she was knocked out by this kickboxer trainer, right? She says, oh, I was knocked out while training because, of course, her record label wanted her to lose weight because they hate fat people or some stupid shit like record labels.
Dude, get the fuck out of here. I'm done. Good night. This is ridiculous. I'm not fucking dealing with that shit. Thanks for.
Oh my god.
Look,
I wasn't dealing. I was so sick and tired of him just naming somebody and then reading a list of their flaws as if that's some sort of like.
Yeah, it wasn't the place for
One
that.
time she didn't pay. She fucking underpaid the guy at the ice cream stand and stole his fucking money.
Bro,
Okay,
one
buddy.
time Mystic deleted an entire folder of evidence against
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
one time
This was-
Augie was involved.
We don't talk about that one.
Dr. Disrespect only cheated on his wife one time.
This was his beginning to his response here. I was just listening to this last time while I was taking a shit, and I
By
didn't
the way,
listen to anything
Coca-Cola
else.
pulled ads.
taking a shit. Nice. He was
Yeah.
legitimately trying to gossip with you like a schoolgirl, and I was like, damn. You...
Oh, I haven't heard this yet. I haven't
Oh,
heard
this is funny.
Wait, I'm playing yours. No, I want to play this. By the way, he's got a giant dick on the screen, I guess. Good one.
By the way, Coca-Cola just pulled ads, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
Just
They
because?
pulled ads on every platform, and they're telling every advertiser to reevaluate where they put their money.
Yeah, they can. Well, I always said, hey, listen, I always
You
said.
mean the brand that used to put cocaine in their drink?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on, grow up. We all do.
Edwin, it was a different time back then.
Right.
Yeah, that's back when we did blackface.
Fuck
The
Coke. Don't
savage
drink Coke.
days. By the way, every time somebody says
Dude, I was just
Coca-Cola,
drinking Coke during the stream. I'm throwing it
Coke
all out,
versus
dude.
Dr. Pepper. Hey, listen, I've always been team Dr. Pepper over Coke.
Is that
and
even
now
a
I'm
direct
reminded why.
comparison, though? They're not even, like, similar.
Everyone
enough, I
argues.
don't
Everyone argues about that
I
shit.
feel like it's Pepsi versus
Fuck off.
Coke, not
Okay,
Coke
shut
versus
up.
Dr. Pepper.
No,
you
Coke
fucking
versus Dr.
loser.
Pepper is like the only thing people argue about. Pepsi is a
What?
completely
I've
different thing.
never heard that argument.
All right, shut up. You're low IQ.
It's always Pepsi versus Coke. What do you mean?
All right,
No one
this is
ever
all
argues
Nicholas's
Pepsi
fault
over
again.
Coke.
Yeah, I think.
Well, to be fair, this is kind of important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Did they pull ads? Coca-Cola was like, you know what? We don't want to be on a platform where Andy Worski is no longer, so we're pulling out
Well,
in
at
support
least
of our boy.
Dr. Pepper fucking supports YouTube, huh?
Yeah, so
Jesus, this audio.
it's not. I'm not. We only got 164 viewers. It's probably going to be 2 by the time this is over. So, I actually only have 30 minutes. So whatever. But someone says hi, Fegs. Hey, how you doing? Not monetized. Fag. So
Whoa.
that's going to cancel me again in like 5 minutes. But
No, don't worry.
I just got kicked off. I just got kicked off the Diorio show. Thought he was cool, but apparently he's not. Because apparently he says I hijacked his show by talking about shit that actually happened. So.
Oh, well, that's going to the intro.
I was talking about.
Got kicked off the Diorio show.
Got kicked off the Diorio show. Wow.
I never
The
thought I'd
Diorio
see like
show.
an instance where Onision live streams to his like million sub channel. He's like, so Diorio kicked me off of his live stream.
That should have like 1/7 of the amount of views mine got too.
Right.
Yeah, he just said he had like 100 viewers on this. Good one.
It's way less than I had over 1,000.
I
I
was shadow banned today with 1,000 viewers, so I don't know. And we're not even doing anything like special today, so we're not battling Chris Hansen, and we're just doing a
we're
regular
fighting
show.
Shane Dawson. YouTube didn't like that, so.
Yeah, you're about the size I was at when I got to. I think it was like 800 to 1,000 viewers.
Yeah, I'm surprised people tune in today because it was not like set up to be a massive show. It was just a regular ass show today, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Dude, people
Shout
love
out to-
hearing me, dude. Augie, yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
he's complimentary to me, but.
Talking about how fucking Shiloh said that. I'd like to finish that story if that's possible. I was talking about how Shiloh, when I was in Toronto, Canada, with her, I was talking about how she said she got knocked out because she was in training to get skinny because her record
So
label
he
wanted
just
her skinny.
continues the story here, like
Is that really what this is?
Yeah, he literally just
it's literally like
the
the
story.
reason that I didn't have sex with her when she was a minor is because Shiloh is very fat. That's that's
What the
literally his argument.
Nice.
And by the way, not all Shilohs. Okay, that was just for the context of the story. Chris Hansen. Before you play it out of context.
Fucking asshole. What's Hansen up to? Is he streaming tonight?
I think he's crying big blue tears.
Yeah.
I'm just curious right now. I want to fire it up on. I like how. Oh my god! The first thing you see. Wait, you type Chris Hansen on YouTube
Epic.
search. Fraud. That's the first thing you see. That is amazing.
Dude, the video has more views than he has subs.
Oh wait, it does. It's 400. It's 300K.
Dude, look at the video before the one where he talks about us. How many views it has? We're giving Chris Hansen views, dude.
He got a spike,
yeah, from us, dude.
And he says we're the one who were clout chasing. I'm not sure about that one, buddy. I saw some guy tried to say that we're going after Hansen because way back then, when Hansen was interviewing Ice Poseidon, remember when we were like, yo, they should interview Ice on After Hours as like a joke or whatever? And somebody showed me this argument somebody was making. They were like, oh, you guys are going after Hansen because you're salty, he didn't give you attention and go on your show like back like last year around this time. And I'm just like, what? Like,
we were just
what?
Joking.
Like the mental.
At that time, I'm pretty sure at that time we thought Chris Hansen was out of the realm of possibility to even come.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know what happened to me today?
Chris has fallen and we have rose, so now we're at like similar levels. But before it was a big gap.
I had a good conversation for the anti-O community with Onision. I'm not gonna lie. I think that painted him in a very bad light. The way I interacted with him, and that whole portion about kind of admitting to the fact that Kai sent naked pictures to a minor, and somehow that turned into a bad thing on the Onision subreddit. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Wait, I think I had that pulled up.
100% undeniably, like, and this fucking person's like, I don't know. We have to take what Nick did with a grain of salt because Alex Jones over here thinks it was a fucking conspiracy to get Onision to convince everyone that his fucking wife sent nudes to a minor. Like that's the level of fucking hypotheticals we've reached in this fucking brain-consuming.
Oh, it's a moderator
community.
Too.
It's a moderator. It's that fucking
moderator.
Goose bitch. Oh my god, these are the dumbest people alive.
Oh,
these people need to be on
I think
life
you just
support,
discovered
so their fucking
Reddit,
brain
buddy.
cells
Like,
can,
Reddit is. That's just Reddit in
Let me
general.
read this
But
one right here.
I imagine the r/Onision is a special breed of Redditors.
Let me read this.
Listen.
Sublime Goose. Diorio has done manipulative things in the past. He stirs up drama.
Oh, shit!
Then he goes hunting for negative comments about him in order to make a video about it. He lurks on this sub looking for off-the-cuff remarks by a random person that I'm certain he tries to use to implicate this entire community. I also personally believe that he has had fans or has himself purposely posted insane things to this sub in order to screenshot them and use them.
Really?
I
think this is proof that you're just being insane on your own. Like this is
so
very
paranoid,
common,
dude.
but...
What the even is this?
Dude, imagine me going on being so paranoid. Like, what? Does he have a life? I don't know. It's like, what?
Dude, L God 22 was was what made me suspect. This, oddly enough, the profile doesn't seem to load when it clicked directly, but if you click on it from a post they made, you can view it. And the account just so happens to disappear when I locked a post of theirs and accused them of being a fan / Diorio
I clicked
himself.
on it today. That thing loads just fine.
He led the charge against Sarah for daring to set up a GoFundMe, then acts like he cares about her. Diorio, do you care?
I mean, I don't want someone to get on there. Like, think about it like this. Do you think it's fucking fair to those girls at all in a stream where I'm explaining about Chris Hansen, how I didn't fucking re-victimize women, to have Onision get on my stream and then completely fucking disregard everything I did the entire show and then go off on every single one of them about weight loss and shit like that? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I don't know if I 100% believe every single thing everybody says without evidence. I probably don't. But in regard, like, I'm not saying that her stories aren't true, and I'm not saying that like she shouldn't have the ability to tell them. And with the percentage chance that this is a whole legitimate thing that actually happened, imagine if I fucking had Onision on that platform and I let him rant for an hour, and this fucking girl had to listen to Onision fucking just. Like the person who like allegedly abused her just fucking go on and on and on and on about how terrible and how fat and how blah 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 she is. Like that would have been fucking awful. I don't want to do that to somebody. That's why I separated it from this other stream. It's not fair to those girls, not at all. Especially in a stream that's about not re-victimizing women. So I don't always come off as like a nicer person, but I think it's entirely fair to not put people through that and just blanket insult them. If you want to dispute their shit, their shit. But don't go after intrinsic traits because you're upset they're talking shit.
So you do care. Okay.
We just got breaking news. We just got breaking news. Angry Slug Productions has just uploaded his first audiobook. Yo! Yo, what were you reading? Green Eggs and Ham? Let's keep going. He has acted like he approached the situation from a point of neutrality. I've had allegations that he's actually friends with Groon. What? He's actually friends with Groon.
Oh, Groon. You know what that is?
Who's
you know
Groon?
what we were talking about every time we go live?
Who the fuck is Groon?
That's him saying Greg's name slightly wrong. That is the funniest shit that I've ever seen. Oh my god,
Groon.
that is peak comedy. Can you believe that she spelled, or he or she, I don't know what Sublime Goose is, said Greg was Groon? That's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking, that is savage as fuck, dude. That's hilarious.
Dude, Groon.
And he was a patron when the Patreon was up and running still. Whether this latter bit was just so he could get an interview with Gloob. Gloob? Like,
Dude,
Gloob?
What are these names?
I didn't even know anything about the Onision story when he had a Patreon. That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, what she meant, or he meant, is the $100 tier on the membership, which is essentially pretty much a similar thing. So
yeah, I chalk it up to a research expense.
But he's far from neutral, and I'm still trying to determine the extent of his relationship. But considering Glonk agreed to stream live with him, I think it's safe to say
this is just a mouth breather. This person needs like help taking a shit and wiping their ass every day.
Glonk.
Jesus Christ!
This is
just.
This is
God.
literally
all right,
like
Nuke.
Yeah, dude, Nuke. Come on, Nike, make a better point. Like,
The sad thing is that they don't realize how much they end up turning into at least part of who Onision is. I mean, all this name calling and desperation of conspiracies, is that not what Onision resorted to in this call that we just heard?
oh my god, we haven't even heard the best name yet.
yeah, someone goes, did you know that a lot of the detractors are former fans of Onision? Oh no, I'm shocked. I can't believe that.
No
Wait
shit.
a minute, it ain't so.
Wait,
Well,
guys.
no
People
wonder.
are just as fucking crazy as he is.
And that, yeah, exactly. And that only backs up my point. They learned it from him, huh? And they don't.
Dude,
but
if anyone believes half of what RFCAH says, they shared that folder that allegedly had the stuff that Queen Megari from fucking Drama and Opinions was asking for on that Reddit. So if RFCAH's telling the truth, I think it's possible that we'll see a conviction of the anti-O's before we see a conviction of the actual O. That's the most funny fucking thing I've ever heard.
Guys, we haven't even heard the best name yet, though. Listen to this. Anyways, point being, don't take this without a grain of salt. Groomer Stiltskin is a well-known troll, and these freakouts are not new. Diorio being deceptive in order to create drama is not new. I'm not positive, but this very well could be all a setup.
Yeah, this was the
setup
big setup.
for what? To incriminate Onision more? Wow, really great setup.
I cringed
yeah,
so
where's
fucking
the
hard.
benefit? Like,
setup that fucks over Onision? Nice.
none of that even addressed the actual live stream, so that's what's weird.
Gloob and gloom. This is giving me...
Gloober.
I'm sorry, that was just...
And by the way, their whole subreddit right now is like Aiden Project supports Onision. It's yeah, that's on there. It's this post.
They're not wrong. Aiden has a pretty
like
big
5
simp.
RFCAH posts because they're the same detractors wearing like a different coat of paint. Yeah, remember when they said that we couldn't talk shit about Chris Hansen on that subreddit? Now the whole subreddit's like dedicated to RFCAH.
Nice. That's wonderful.
Nice.
All right, guys. That's going to conclude it for our Friday show, I think. Thanks for sticking around, boys. All 800 of you at the end here. Even when we're shadow banned, even when we're demonetized, whatever, the fact that we averaged like 1,000 for this show, that's fucking amazing. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I hope like a lot of like new fans, you know, are gonna become regular viewers. You know, make sure you're hitting the like button, your subs to the channel, notifs on, all that shit.
By subbing, notifications on.
That's cringe as hell. But yeah, become part of the Goon Squad. I almost said Groon because I'm thinking of all these weird names they're giving Onision.
Squad.
The Goon Stillskin Squad.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna be on the kill stream. Go check that out. dlive.tv/RalphRetort if you want some more content where you talk about Shane Dawson on there. Fair warning, it's not for the faint.
Live on the air.
Hey, fair warning about the kill stream.
I have a feeling what Ralph might say about the
fair warning about the kill stream. It's not for the faint of heart. If you're not down for Mega Edge or whatever.
Dawson actually over there, I'm not sure.
I don't think. Look, listen. All right, I'm edgy as fuck.
They might like the old Shane Dawson better.
Yeah, the old Shane Dawson. The old Shane Dawson that like to go into detail about freaking ripping someone's throat.
Wait, I got Angry Slug's interview. He's always wanted, and I threw him off.
Good one. All right, I'm out of here.
That's so funny.
Thanks for coming on,
That's
Edwin,
so funny.
Nick, Bo Blacks. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, guys.
All right.
See you later.
Wait, Bo Blacks, are you gonna be streaming later? Just in case. If you wanna...
Probably not.
All right, just want to ask, just in case. How long till Ralph goes live? Ralph's on right now. He's been on for an hour.
Are you gonna ask me if I'm gonna stream later?
Are you gonna stream later, Edwin?
Nah, I streamed last night. Thanks for asking.
you were like baiting me over there.
Well, hey, I don't know.
You gotta
Why
ask,
did you think Boba's
dude.
gonna stream?
Yeah,
That's right.
You always
The
gotta
Edwin
ask, man. in
generation
case.
stream.
Yeah, it's just two of us in here. Why leave me out, dude? Just 'cause I'm brown, bro.
True. Oh, okay, all right. I see how it is.
No,
okay.
no. Look, I'm on the fence about like, cause I am a little like annoyed, obviously, like by Onision. Maybe it's just a man in me, right? I don't know, but like, what gives him the right? Should I just be like, all right, let's fucking duke it out in a live, and because I can mute him that way. And then what is he gonna bitch about it? Like I gotta weigh those options out because
Edwin, if you don't want to, if you don't want to do that on your platform, you always got a spot right here. Bring them over here. If you want to do it on your channel, if you want to go out and fucking debate Onision,
we know he's gonna rage quit because I would just think you can't talk for more than 10 seconds. You gotta agree to that because he likes to go on his spiels. All right. Anyway, I didn't mean to detract. All right. See you
No. It's something you gotta think about. You know, you don't want to just do this willy nilly, and you know, just like because people are gonna see it as opportunistic, and you gotta weigh your options here. I say, fuck it, go for it. I don't give a fuck. The optics go out the window when you're on my channel. All right. Well, we'll bring Onision on right now. Let's go. 1v1 me.
I feel like he watches because. Literally, one time he sent a message to both me and Nicholas at the same time, like a few shows ago when we were both on here. So I definitely think he watches the stream.
Also, I do want to say one thing.
Keemstar
Gaming in the chat says he'll debate Onision. In that stream that Onision did after he went on Nick's stream, N-Word Gaming actually came in and talked to him. So
it's funny as fuck. Listen, Onision, you can debate me right now. You creepy fuck. Yeah, we're talking about the nude beach thing. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're fucking weird. You're weird. You're a degenerate.
Dude, him and Shane would get along.
Onision has the mentality. He is literally a 15-year-old locked in a degenerate's body. All right, that is what he is. He is locked behind a body. He does not have the ability to like think forward. He threw away his entire career because he was creepy to all these fucking girls and shit like that, and he couldn't handle, you know, allegations made against him. He just threw away his case. This guy's a fucking idiot. So you know what? Fuck you. You predatory fuck. How about that? So you know what?
Right.
You want to 1v1 me over here? Listen.
Augie anti-O now.
Keemstar watches. No. And here's the thing, right? Every time Onision got a W and people would say jokingly on my stream, like, ha, Onision's cool now. I was never down with that shit. I know they were joking, obviously. But even when somebody would say that jokingly, I'd be like, no, listen, let's not get carried away here. Onision's still a disaster of a person. And last night, I was
pumping his chest to prepare for kill stream. Hell yeah.
Yeah, last night, I was reminded why. Onision, you're just complete human trash. So.
Seriously, right? I feel like we did need that reminder because for a long time, a lot of people were focusing on the OnlyFans, and when you look at it objectively, it starts to almost look like, damn, you guys really focusing on a dude just like putting a dildo up his ass, like really?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you looking at
it? Look, the whole crowd against him. The whole crowd against him. Look, they're cringe. All right, and I'm not denying that, but. You know, just because they're cringe doesn't mean Onision ain't, you know, a human train wreck himself, alright? So let me just make that abundantly clear. I've made that clear before when people say stuff like that, but I just want to make it clear right now. And last night we saw why. I mean, this guy comes on for a cheap shot, thinks he can run the show or whatever. No, you don't, Onision. No, go back to streaming to your 100 viewers. That I think I could pull 100 viewers if I just stream myself taking a shit, to be honest with you. I think I'd get 200, actually. Maybe 300. Maybe 300. I would. Yeah, go stream to your 50 viewers. You go mauled to your 16-year-olds you talk to on your Discord server. Yeah, go cry to them.
Dude, I'm maulding.
Yeah, go take your pity party. Go tell them go cry to them and tell them how people were mean to you on the internet and how you're you know what, this
cry
asshole.
To some teenage girls.
Let's not forget the fact.
Discord, bro.
Yeah. Go talk to some teenage girls on Discord, you creepy fuck, and talk about. Yeah, let's talk about the fact that you striked one of my videos down back in March. I didn't make a big fuss out of it because I expected it, because I know that's how low you go. So you know what, Onision, don't walk away from this thinking you're going to obtain some sort of free clout just because everybody hates Hanson, everybody hates the Antios or whatever. No, they hate you more. Remember that, Onision. That's where I'm going to end it off. Good night, boys.
Good night.
Yeah, they hate you more. No matter how much people hate the whole, Chris Hansen squad, the Antios, no matter how deluded they are, they hate you more because you are worse. Remember that.